Hello everyone, welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. I'm Rob, and today we're playing Hadrian's Wall. So smooth. Welcome to Rob's Gaming Table, where I have no idea what the hell is going on. But thank you to these people for supporting the channel. Thanks to you for showing up. Thanks to all 10 of you who have clicked the like button already. Hello to those watching live. We're going to play a Euro game today, another roll and write. The history on this one, full disclosure. We purchased this game from a local game store. It was not provided by the publisher. And basically the only reason I own it is because chat bullied me into buying it after we streamed Dungeons, Dice, and Danger, the first ever roll and write we streamed on the channel. Second roll and write I've ever played. And they said, Rob, what are you doing, man? You like more complex games. Why don't you play Hadrian's Wall, the roll and write of all roll and writes? And we looked it up on stream during those streams, and my head started to hurt just looking at it. But then some super chats were thrown my way, so I was completely bullied and peer pressured into buying this game. So I drove a couple hours to a local game store. Yeah, that sounds funny. Maybe like an hour. It's like an hour away-ish normally. Anyways, we drove to a game store. We purchased this game, all because chat made me do it. So please keep that in mind as I play it. And then I learned it last week while I was sick, and I've played it twice now. Full disclosure, I'm not an expert at this game. I don't know if I care to be an expert at this game. But this is a Euro point salad roll and write type game. It's very clever. There is an overwhelming amount of options. Even after a couple times playing, I can see you can easily play this game like 5 or 6 times and still want to try different strategies. So that is a good thing. It might be I don't know, man. Actually, I don't know. I've not played it multiplayer, but this game is a multiplayer game, but you can play it solo. Today we're playing it true solo, but it is like multiplayer solitaire anyway. You're all just kind of doing your own thing simultaneously at the table, playing your own game with your head down. Then you kind of talk at the end and compare scores, kind of. There's like the tiniest little bit of interaction where you might use a resource off some other player's card. And you'll see that simulated here in the solo version by just an AI deck showing us options that we can pay another player to borrow their resource. But other than that, it's basically the same game, whether you play this with 5 players or 1 player, it's all the same. It should take about the same amount of time because, again, everyone's playing simultaneously. I guess you could be waiting for other players who are slower at the table to finish before moving on to the next year. This is played over 6 years, so there's always a fixed length to the game. And we'll go over all the information about the game. I have a poll in the chat right now. I'm just curious how many people watching live have played this game before. Just so I know like how in depth of it. If everyone's played it, it's been out for 2 years. So it's automatically an old super garbage game because it's not brand new and an idea on Kickstarter. Just kidding. Just kidding. It's one of the great games we'll play on the channel. It is a great game. Full disclosure, great game. I don't know if it's the best game for me or anything, but it definitely is a solid game. And I see why people love it so much and why you guys are so passionate about it. But oh, Janet, thank you so much for the super chat. Thanks for yielding to the chat. Yeah, I try not to do it too often, but it's only fair. I get in trouble for you guys purchasing games I play. So I guess like I can't dish it out and not take it, right? So when certain members of our community who've been here for years are telling me like this is an awesome game, and based on what you like and playing this game, you should play this game, I listen. I have to listen, right? We're just at Rob's Gaming Table. It's just like going to your friend's house. You're at the table, you're with me, we're playing games together. So like I value your discussion and your opinions and playing along and everything. It's the same thing I do. I go to a game store asking people, you know, or go to a tournament, card tournament. What are you playing lately? What have you played? What do you like? You know, everyone's chit-chatting between games, trying to find out, you know, what's interesting. Because let's be honest, there's way too many games out all the time. Game stores full of games, way too many options. So sometimes you gotta get some word of mouth going about a game to find it. Because like marketing in our hobby is kind of a joke. But thank you for recommending this one. It's a really cool game. So looking at the poll in the chat, for those watching live, let's close the poll actually. Let's close the poll. I'm just curious. 65% of you watching live have not played this game. Okay. So yeah, again, I was assuming like maybe so many people were saying to play it. It's like a game I missed out and didn't know about that like everybody owns and has already played a ton because it's been out for 2 years. But it doesn't seem that way. So it's good. So I'll teach you about it. I'll tell you about it. I'll show you what kind of game it is, and we'll play through it again. I'm not an expert. we're not here to post the best score. So if you've played this game 500 times and you're going to see not how to play the game today, okay? Do not play the way I play, learn from my mistakes, okay? But we're just going to play it. We're going to go through it. I don't know, I'll probably try some weird strategy or something just to try different stuff out in the game. But it's a really neat game. I'm assuming there's many paths to victory, but it might just all be smoke and mirrors. Who knows? But anyways, Bob Chapman, thank you so much for being a member for 8 months. Dropping a super chat, says this must be the first instance of chat causing Rob to buy a game instead of the other way around. Karma. She, well, you know what she is. Oh yeah, Karma is a beautiful lady. Beautiful lady. But yes, it's not the only time chat has recommended a game that I've purchased. This is probably like the 15th, 20th time maybe over the last 10 years streaming or so. Because usually during our Q&As and stuff, I've come on and before and asked about like sci-fi games I know for sure in past. Again, roll and writes. We've had this roll and write discussion like a year ago. I remember talking about it. It got really popular during the pandemic when it was like solo gaming got really serious. A lot of people were talking about roll and writes on their top solo list. And I remember looking into them and I bought a few and I played them and kind of haven't really streamed them. But I remember discussing roll and writes. People were, I think like, oh, what was the Cartographers, I think was recommended by the chat. What was the other one? There was the Star Wars like pick up and deliver game. Not that there's 400,000 Star Wars games. I can never remember all the subtitles. Outer Rim. Outer Rim was recommended fully by the chat in one of our discussions live on stream, trying to find some spacey game. I was in the mood for a space, kind of spaceships, that kind of game. And you guys used my love of Star Wars to convince me to buy that one, which I loved. With the expansion, streamed it on the channel. Great time. Love that game. Adam, thank you for the $10 super chat. Much appreciated. To buy something you want to play, Rob, because you did good by the chat. Okay, hold on. Don't make me laugh too much, okay? Don't make me laugh. I'm still kind of congested, still getting over the sickness, so sorry if I sound nasally and stuff, but I'm definitely feeling better today than yesterday or the day before for sure. But yeah. Kanji's been a member for 8 months. Hello, Mr. Studios. 8 months. Well, seems like you haven't fully blocked me yet. Yeah, what the hell is with this chat auto block feature? It's definitely not working. Thanks for reminding me. I'll have to follow up with Google on that. I don't know how you squeak through there. Just kidding. Hello, hello. Yes. Arkham Horror LCG was one of those games too. Brian, thank you for reminding me. I knew there were more. Again, brain fog. I'm still working through it. But yes, Arkham Horror, the card game, was literally for like 5 years. There was like subliminal messages in the chat, like almost every like 3 streams, somebody'd be like, Arkham Horror, the card game. Every time I played Lord of the Rings or Marvel Champions or anything with paper in it, people were like, you know what's good with paper? You ever heard of Arkham Horror, the card game? I'm like, you bastards. Eventually the peer pressure gave in, and I'll blame Shamar, a friend of ours, for hooking us up with the first couple cycles to feed that habit. So yeah, thank you again. But yeah, I blame that on chat. Ray of Shine, member for 17 months. Okay, just rubbing it in, everybody. Just rubbing it into everyone else. You know, your 8 months. 8 months. Ray of Shine coming in with 17 months. Thank you, Alexis. Says, love Hadrian as well. It's one of my faves. And I see why. I definitely see why. It is pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome. Definitely, if you're into, okay, this is also a warning. If you're into if you are prone to analysis paralysis, run. You don't want to see this game, okay? This like might look small, might have like a very small table presence, might not have many components, might not look complex on BGG's rating, but it's just like a Euro game with 1,000 options on your turn. Run. I'll try not to get into analysis paralysis. I'm going to try to play casual today. Kanji, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. You are too generous, my friend. Too generous. There's all the members. Thank you for increasing our member count. Much appreciated. Thank you for the support. Hope you had a good time at UK Games Expo, by the way. Not being influenced by, you know, the others from the community to purchase games. But I see you definitely had an impact on them also. I saw Cynthia's haul. Those hundreds of dollars of Final Girl product. Yeah. hard to avoid that one, eh? Let's see. Hello, Frederick. Brian agreed. Brian says the paper sheets make it look more complicated / boring than it actually has been when watching people play. Agreed. Playing this game for sure. Playing this game for sure is completely different. Like when I looked at the images on Board Game Geek, I was instantly like, I would never touch a game just by looking at the pictures of it on the table. I walk right on by. It's not my game. Okay, it's like definitely the first impressions are like, hell no. Hell no. Okay. See, that's the difference. Like the pinball rolling right, and like the dungeon crawler one, that Dungeons, Dice, and Danger, even cartographers, like something about those games, they just look very appealing to me. They feed into my my tastes and looks and graphic design and stuff. But like this game, it's like, I don't know. They have a specific box size at Garfield Games, and they like have to stay within that box size. So it looks like they've tried to jam as much game on pads of paper that fit in the box as they could, which is kind of unfortunate. I wish it was a little bigger. But I mean, it's still cool. Definitely cool. But they do what they got to do, right? They have their formula. They follow it for every single game. Brian, thank you for being a member for 8 months. Rob, run while you can. Excuse me. Hadrian's Wall is addictive. It has taken over the minds of Cynthia and Kanji. Not that that would be hard. I got him. Oh, I love it. Cynthia, can you have my full authority to give him some feedback on that comment. Yep. Oh man. I see the addictive nature of this game. I absolutely do. How's everyone's Mondays? Everyone having an okay Monday? Candy just hangs his head. Oh no. RV says, I love that they give you so many sheets, but I have to say the box size gets really annoying when you start using up sheets. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I never thought about that. Yeah, it's crazy the amount of sheets. I'll show you guys. All right, let's talk about the game. All right, so is it Hadrian's Wall, 2021 release? I'm assuming it was a crowdfunding campaign, but I'd never heard of it till like 2 weeks ago. Maybe it wasn't. It's just retail, right? I don't see the category of crowdfunding. I guess it's just retail, right? I don't know. We'll assume. But it has reached 160 overall out of the games ranked on Board Game Geek. 8.1 rating. Garfield Games definitely has its fans that love these kind of games. And they all have like the same like DNA and feel to them. And this game is no different with the iconography, the meeples, all that stuff. Feels very similar. The cards, the art. Yeah, so it's quality stuff for sure. Designed by Bobby Hill. Didn't he have his own cartoon before? Compete as one of the 6 Roman generals in charge of a mile castle along Hadrian's Wall, which is supposedly like rooted in history, I think. But I don't know anything about that. Don't come here to learn about history. It's not going to happen. Oh, it's actually 1 to 6 players. Supposedly best only with 1, according to the community. A 3.10 complexity for a roll and write or flip and write. That's kind of nuts. It's kind of nutty. Strategy 101. Interesting. Silver Fear? No, probably not. No, probably not. Too many other great games I'd rather play before that one. Games that we've never streamed and other games that I have streamed that I'd rather play. So yeah, it's probably like almost a 0% chance. This game's not that expensive. I don't think it's that much expensive of a game, at least locally for us. It wasn't. But yeah, I'll leave that for you guys to look up your own prices. We'll talk about that later. But feel like, I mean, for what you get, it's kind of pricier, but again, it's heavy. Yeah, that's heavy, I guess. All right. Anything else? No. All right. Hadrian's Wall. Oh yeah, I'll show you. So it's just like, you know, the normal Garfield box size, right? Okay. But it comes with like 2 of these pads. Yeah, of like, I don't know, 200 sheets each maybe? Oh, it just has 2 game pads. I don't know how many of each, but whatever. Yeah, they feel like little mini phone books. Anyone who remembers the phone book. Yeah. And there's 2 of them. Okay, it was like half the box. But you can see here, they try to fit like a bajillion things on these little sheets. Like a bajillion things. Like look at all this crap on here. It's not that hard to digest it though. The rulebook's really good. But again, it's like not the heaviest game ever, so it's like you can't kind of screw that up, but okay, and it comes with boards for all the players. Okay, little boards you can put together. Okay, this like tracks the rounds, kind of what the end phase, how the round goes. It's like a place to put resources on, I guess. And then you have like cards for each player, decks for each player. This is the deck we'll use for the AI. So you have like another player's deck here just to simulate other options at the table while you're playing, like you would have in a multiplayer game. Okay. Then we have our own deck over here. We're going to be the yellow deck. Okay. Let's shuffle this up. I'll try to explain it as we go through it, maybe. It'll probably be the easiest way. Okay. And I'm playing on a couple clipboards because it's like, you know, these are thin pieces of paper. I would rip through it on any of my table mats or whatever. So I guess I could have put the toppers on the table so I was on wood. That would have probably been smart. Now that I just thought about that. But I just did a couple clipboards, kind of like the ones we used last week or a couple weeks ago for the other roll and write. It just works. But we got our player board here. Card decks, like I said, this is like a communal deck that everyone at the table kind of plays from. It'll tell you like your starting resources. And then there's like, you'll draw cards to like get resources off here or like have your soldiers go to battle if you want to do it. You don't have to do that stuff, but it's optional. Then at the end of the round, we kind of decide which way you're getting attacked from by drawing cards from here. And so these are like multi-use cards. Depending on when they're drawn and what they're drawn for, you care about different things on the cards. That makes sense. We got a bunch of meeples. We got 4 different colors of meeples. This is a Garfield game. So again, they try to save money by not putting any words anywhere on the cards. So it's all just symbols for everything. So you just have to memorize these symbols and learn this mini little language. But none of it matters that much. It all just comes down to colors and numbers, really. I don't care about any of this stuff, but and I still have fun with the game. So, and if we're confused about anything on one of the cards, there's some good appendix at the back too for reference. So if we just need a little more wording on some of the stuff, it's here. And to play at 1 and 2 players, this is all you need to know. It's a very small difference. And if we're playing the game, we're trying to like score, I don't know. If you're crazy good at the game, a 70 plus is what I guess we'd score. But you can play like easy, medium, or hard. So I don't know what these scores compare to, like what difficulty they're talking about. Yeah, it doesn't say. Well, I would assume it's normal, like, but again, I don't even know what these are, like. But yeah, it's just small amount. So if you're playing solo, very small amount to learn, just to play a little different, but it's not bad. Not bad, not bad. But I'll try to explain the stuff as we go. So anyone who doesn't know what a roll and write is, we're gonna be in a roll and write. Usually you're like rolling dice, flipping a card, there's some communal resource and you're choosing to like spend it in certain sections on paper, filling it in, you know, crossing out things, covering up things, uncovering resources, trying to build little engines kind of thing, or I guess fire off chains or something. So we're going to play on normal difficulty. In the rulebook, they recommend, the designer themselves recommends to play your first few games on easy, which I did the first one. It's just basically going to give you like a slightly scaled different score, because you'll have like, you'll lose more points basically on the higher difficulties. But again, you're just trying to beat your own score. So if you're going to play on easy to learn it, that's fine. But then when you play on like a different difficulty, you can't compare scores. So I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It's weird. So we're just basically going to play the solo mode. And it's just one of those point salad games. You get a certain score. And next time you play, you try to beat that score, even though it's seeded by randomness. So it's kind of still hard to compare scores because there's luck involved in quite a bit of it, especially some of these other buildings and stuff over here. There's like definitely some very luck driven aspects if you want to play that way. But there's, you know, you can mitigate your luck and stuff a little bit. All right. I guess we can go over some of the pages here, but it's like going in depth on every single thing. I guess, yeah, let's kind of break it down. Kanji says we shouldn't be starting yet, so. All right, we have two sheets, left sheet, right sheet. Let's just look at the left sheet, okay? And I'll explain it in my own words as best as I can. We are building a fort that has a wall that needs to be built, and then has a sippy that could be built, has some guards that we can put to work, and has some mining and foresting we can do. Okay, so you'll see each of these has a line here. Okay, you could spend a purple dude to go out mining and foresting, and you scratch these things off, and they'll give you things or not give you things. If you scratch off a box that's empty, you didn't win the lottery. If you scratch off something with something underneath it, you may have won the lottery. Okay, you gain those resources, and we go along from left to right. Okay, but there's kind of a cool thing going on here. It's also not just divided into rows. We have columns, or sorry, we got rows here. Then we also have columns. So you'll see this little line here in the middle. These two lines divide it into column 1, 2, and 3 here, which are tied down to your granary, however you say that. So we have a small granary, a medium granary, and a large granary, okay? You cannot cross off jack in the middle here until you build this little thing and fill in this circle, okay? To fill in this circle, you have to spend resources, okay? To be able to fill in the circle and spend resources, you have to be at a certain level of resource somewhere else. So this is basically like Tech Tree City here, okay? If you ever played any kind of sci-fi area control game where you're like building up ships, if you played RTSs on computer or whatever, I guess consoles sometimes, you know, you've played Warcraft, Starcraft, something like that. That's what is happening here. You can't build this until you build this, but you can't have this resource to build that until you've made this thing that builds these resources, but you can't build that thing until you build this thing and then that thing, okay? Yes, it's pretty crazy. Picture the meme of the guy pointing at the board with all the strings attached, all the post-it notes and stuff. That's me explaining this game to you, okay? This is the board of crazy post-it notes and string. And I'm gonna try to tell you, it's very easy to understand, but I'm gonna sound like that crazy guy as I explain it, okay? But the columns are here, okay? So you build these granaries to then be able to start crossing off stuff here. But then there's also other limitations. I can't cross off this little spot, for example, unless I crossed off everything before it, but I can't cross off all the things before it until I've crossed off the things that are attached with these chains, okay? So to cross off this red shield, I would have had to cross off everything before it, but also have crossed off everything in the fort row here that is attached via chain to get to that shield, okay? So you're gonna see the analysis paralysis trap here of this game is you want to do something, but then you gotta have a look at like, how can I get that purple worker and cross off this space? But I need to cross off this space. But then I need to cross off this space to cross off this space. Oh wait, but I need a brick. Well, I could cross off this over here to get this brick. But how do I cross off all the things before it? You know? And I need some yellow workers. Well, where can I get yellow workers? Oh, I can get more workers by doing this. But to do this, I need to have this and this. But to get this, I need this. Okay? That's what's going on in this game. It's lots of that. It's like you want to build this or this, where to spend your resources to unlock more resources to fuel more points in the game, okay? So hopefully that makes sense up here, what's going on. We can talk about it more as we do it. There's this top line though. This is your cohorts. Coolest part of the game, okay? I love that in this game, you're kind of building up. It's exactly like an RTS, a real-time strategy computer game. Think of it like that in a roll and write. So as I build up my fort and have guards and a sippy and all that stuff, I'm building up for potential attacks coming at me from that common deck I showed you earlier. And these are the cohorts, right? This will say it's attacking my left cohort. So if I start scratching in these spots, I can block hits or basically armies marching at us, right? And as I fill them in, I could also get points down here on these point tracks, okay? This is like your final scoring point track section down here. And as even you fill in your point section, you'll look at there's points along the bottom. You'll unlock little meeples that you can spend other places and could even unlock things on other point tracks. So on this yellow renown track, as I'm marking it off, eventually I'll mark off this little purple symbol here, which will let me mark off my next blank space on the piety track, however you say that, okay? And you'll see certain things are connected to other things, right? Like if you want to play through and kind of spend more time building up defenses and armies and walls and stuff, you're going to be better at valor and maybe some renown. But if you please the citizens and do things on the right mat, you might be able to make more renown or piety that way. So there's like all these different kind of categories of points, and depending on what you want to focus on, you could try jack of all trades, a little bit of everything different. You'll score different points. Even though it's a crazy point salad game, at the end of the game, super easy to do your score, which I love, is you just look at where you are on this little red point track here in each column. So the rightmost square you've crossed off, that's how many points you get. And there's even this little orange spot down here, which you could unlock some landmarks. So once you reach score 15, you can then start looking at each landmark for each category that you hit 15 in, and you could spend some resources and build a landmark, which will then give you points in another category, okay? Now, between the fort and the landmarks and final scoring area down here, there is your resource production. So one of the resources is stone, this little a little brick meeple here, okay? You can make more of that each round, okay? You can also make more yellow meeples each round by building hotels. You could basically inject yourself with more blue meeples every round by building workshops. You could inject yourself with more checks on the score tracks by building roads, okay? And over here, you can trade in workers for other workers only once per year, which you'll write the year in that number spot there. And you're not allowed to do it with soldiers, which are the black worker, okay? And then down here, there is a spot. This is like your negative points section, okay? Ignore all this junk. I'll explain it if we get to that, if we need to. But basically, as armies break through your cohorts up here, you could gain valor, but you could also gain some disdain with your people. And you'll circle in these spots. And at the end of the game, based on how much disdain you have, you'll lose points, okay? And there's also path cards, which we'll talk about, that they're kind of like little scoring cards. If you focus on certain things, you can earn extra victory points. They're kind of like little achievements to do. And then you just total up your score, and that's it, okay? Let's talk about the right sheet, okay? The right sheet is the civilians, okay? We have 5 civilian tracks. If you look at it, kind of blur your eyes a little bit, you'll see there's color lines here, okay? So we have a row here for the traders, all blue, okay? We have a row here for the performers, all pink, okay? We have a row here for the priests, which is poorly chosen color of beige, which matches the background, so it doesn't really stick out. I have trouble sometimes looking for this on the sheet quickly, but that should be a totally different color. But anyways, all these beige buildings are related to the priests. The, what is this? I don't even know how to say this one, but who cares? It's the green civilian line, okay? You don't need to know any of this stuff. It's just literally like check boxes and points, man. all resources. Then down here you have the patricians, the horse dudes, the Rohan, okay, the Rohirrim, are all down here in the bottom in the brown, okay? And each one's kind of like its own little mini game of trying to turn resources into points and maybe even generate you other resources or other points. Similar to how this side worked, it's kind of the same, is you spend resources to gain other resources. And hopefully those other resources feed into other places to spend resources to gain other resources. And you can spend resources you gain from here on this side, and you can spend stuff you've gained from here on this side, and vice versa, and on the same sides. It's all open for play. But it's divided into 2 sheets because to fit in a box so they can ship so many copies and print at the exact same factory as every other game they make, right? But it's 2 sheets, but the separation is just like another place for tracks, like really. So here, the traders, if you spend a yellow meeple, you cross off from left to right, whatever spot's open. And you can earn things by crossing off in there. And eventually, once you reach certain thresholds, so this tells me at 3 on this track, I can build a precinct using a purple and a yellow meeple. I fill this in and it'll give me a point on a track. It'll give me some resource generation and a resource right now, okay? And eventually, you know, you could build a large precinct if you want. You don't have to do any of that. You could spend it down here if you want, or down here, or none of this. It's up to you, okay? You're just trying to be as efficient as you can with your resources to try to put more ingredients in your point salad, okay? As usual. And this market, you need to be at level 4. If you build it, you can get some renown. But you need these resources to build it. It always shows what you need to build it and what the reward is. But once you unlock this, there's like little points to this, right? So this market, as long as I'm at level 4 on this track with the traders, I could spend, it's basically a way to turn stone in buying resources off cards that are available. So it's a little random. So as we're flipping cards in the game, we'll have access to grab certain resources. And based on your set collection of certain resources, you'll earn points in the renown track, okay? So if you're looking to fill up your renown point track and you want to spend some stone, there's a place you can spend stone. I could also spend stone to be building up my fort and my wall. I could spend a little bit here, a little bit here. I could spend it all here, all of it there. However you want to try to get your points, okay? And that's the replayability of the game right there as an example of how I played it one time, I spent all my stone here. I played another time, I spent all my stone here. And it's just another way to get points, an interesting way to do it. But one's kind of rooted in luck and randomness, and one not so much. So it's like, however you want to try to get the points, which is fun, it just adds to the replayability of doing different sections. Where you, again, jack of all trades, focus on one, it's your call. You can also try to donate to the performers. And you build up this little track. And as you build it up, you can build a theater. If you build a theater, then based on how much you've pleased the traders, you can put on some shows. And these shows, performances, once per year, are basically a way to turn stone into more points. And look, you could even earn another check on a different track. So as you're, putting on performances in the theater, it could please the traders, which could then lead to you getting other things, right? And another thing you do is there's gladiators here. You could build up your red and blue gladiator and then send them off to fights against like a randomly drawn card. And they'll take damage, but as they survive, you'll earn more renown. Or if you lose in the fights, you'll earn piety. But it's just another way to spend meeples or resources to get more victory points. And you kind of track that here. I've not done this personally yet in any playthroughs, but it's there. Then we have the priests, which you could build a small gardens. It gives you a whole bunch of checks on these civilian tracks. You could build a large gardens, okay? Gives you a whole bunch more checks. You could build temples, which the temples you could turn into piety by spending little dudes, depending on how far you are on the priest track. And then there's these little red cards with an X on them. You circle these, and then you could spend them later to block attacks at your cohorts that get through. And then you fill them in as you use them. So this is like another way you can get some extra defenses if you weren't prepared for the randomness that comes off the card deck. The green here, you have the baths. This is where you and the courthouse. The baths is where you can kind of do some shady dealings in the bathhouses to bribe politicians to get rid of some of your negative victory points for the end of the game, some disdain. And you're allowed to do 2 bribes per year. But if you build this place, you could spend stone here. Another place to spend stone to to basically fill in those circles on the left sheet to get rid of some of the negative victory points you might have earned by the jerk faces sneaking through your defenses. Okay. I like this one. I like it's cool. Just kind of there's always a shady way to play in these games. You know, do bad things, let things fall apart. Who cares? But you can pay for it later to cover up all the bad decisions you made if you want, which is fun. Oh, how's it? Timothy says, piety? I'm so sorry. I don't know how to say it, but thank you. Piety. Is that right? Does that sound good? Thank you. I'm like reading, I'm like, I don't know what this word is. I don't remember history class. It was so long ago. And then down here, the courthouse is a way you can basically send meeples there to get other meeples. And you're allowed to do like 1 per year. Per column. So if like you have an overabundance of blue meeples, you have an engine of getting lots of blue meeples, you can kind of turn them into purple meeples if you want over here. Thank you, Timothy, by the way. Thank you so much. Then over here we have the patricians, you know, the Rohirrim. So here you could basically send soldiers and the purple meeples, which I can never remember what they all are. Servants. Okay, we have civilians, servants, soldiers, and builders. Okay, aka black and purple. And 2 stone. If you're at the right threshold on these little tracks down here, you can gain some valor and more of those defensive cross-outable, you know, blocks basically to like negate some soldiers that snuck through your lines. Okay, but you can only do it on the right or the middle or the left flank. And it's your choice which flank or which column that you want to defend in. But you can only do each one once. So maybe I built my defenses up on the right really good, but the left I didn't. Maybe I come here and I fill in this left arrow and get these 2 so I can block anything that sneaks in on the left, you know, for example. I could also spend soldiers and send them out on scouting to use on the player cards. There's basically, they did the whole, you know, tetramino thing. There's little shapes here and you can fit these little tetraminos and play a little game of Tetris down here and fill in these squares and get resources. But as you fill in each row, you earn yourself more victory points. And there's also one of the goal cards at the top of the cards, the player cards. You know, you get a choice each round. You'll see that as I play of getting like, you know, filling in the columns too was one, I think. I may have passed it already. Oh, right here. Scout columns. So for example, you know, if I fill in all the columns too, I could get victory points that way, assuming I chose this as one of my end game victory point conditions. But here's the part for scouting. Here is the part you care about for buying these goods. Okay. Here's some resources I'll get on the turn. And here's some end game victory point stuff. So this is the player cards, multi-use cards, depending on what you pick them to be used for, you can use them. So that's the civilian side of the board. Okay. Lots of options. I was trying to explain it as quickly as possible, but there is like so much. They're all just like their own little mini game, right? Like however you want to play and push them. And, you know, every time you play, you can kind of focus on different ones, or, you know, especially if you're playing against other people at the table, they might be focused on one thing, you're focused on another, and, you know, trying to beat them or doing a little bit of everything, which is fun. Oh, piety is like the religion / faith or goodiness. Okay. So that's why I never really cross anything off on that track ever. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. All makes sense now. Hey, Jack. Yeah, Edward, I don't know. Laminating this might be okay. But yeah, you're right. You could easily like wipe stuff off, I guess. Especially like I do that too, right? You put your hand down to write. I do that all the time. I have trouble like writing without like really pushing my hand down to hold my hand steady. So yeah, I would definitely wipe stuff out for sure. So Pat says, once you learn where points come from, this game is much easier. And then you probably aren't interested in playing it anymore, right? That's the problem. That's what happens with some of these games, right? Once you like get a really high score, you're like, okay, I get it. That's when like the multiplayer aspect of playing other players is fun. But then again, if you're playing with a bunch of players who don't know what they're doing, then, you know, it's like kind of a little unfair, but it's definitely a cool game for sure. But yeah, it's a game that like I'm only gonna play a couple times and then kind of like put it away and probably never play it again. But that's just being honest. But yeah, it's definitely cool. Definitely a really cool game though. Don't let that deter you from the game at all. Okay. All right. Yeah, a campaign. Oh, I don't know anything about that. Oh, okay. Pat says they have a solo campaign for the game that's free to print. That's cool. Well, there you go. There's a reason to play it a few more times. I don't think I'll do that, but that's cool. All right. Let's start the game. Okay. To start the game, we're going to draw one of these cards. I don't know what they're called, but they're like the neutral kind of card. Let's see what we get. So we're going to look down here, and these are our starting resources. Let's get them. 1 black, 2 blue, 2 purple, 2 yellow, and a hunk of stone. Okay. That's all we care about on here. I don't care about this. I don't care about this. I don't care about this. All this stuff is only you care about when you're randomly flipping. Right now, we're only flipping to get our starting resources for the year. Okay, remember 6 years. I didn't talk about that really. Each year is here up to 6, okay? We're gonna tuck cards under there to know which year we're currently on, which is cool. That's also gonna show us our victory points for the end of the game, what we're striving to, maybe, maybe not. And also, it tells us at the end of the round, based on easy, medium, or hard difficulty, how many of these cards we're gonna draw to find out how many jerk faces are rolling up in our business to try to attack us at each flank, okay? And then based on that, how much you let through or block, you could earn some valor, and that's kind of like your valor limit or your how many guys squeak through limit, which I'll explain more. It'll make more sense as I get to that point in the turn, or the round, I should say. Okay. Okay. Next thing we want to do is check our automated production here. Let's see how much stone our factories are putting out. Well, they're super nice to us. They already gave us 1 extra stone production to add. So if we can fill in more of these circles, we can start generating more of it at the start of our turns going forward. So we can build the wall. All right. Next thing we're going to do, I guess that's actually after this part. I think this part's second. We're going to get 2 of our cards drawn randomly off of our deck. Based on these 2 cards, we have to make a decision right here. The only things we care about on this card right now is this or this. And I guess all of it you kind of do, right? Because we could use this if we're scouting. I mean, we probably won't do that in the first year. But we could care about this based on which one we choose for the victory points. So if I decide right now to take this one, I should try to focus on trying to build landmarks here. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But if I do, if I build like 2 landmarks, I could earn 2 victory points from my path cards at the end of the game, okay? But if I choose this card for that, I would tuck this under here, okay? And now all I care about is that on that card. That's it. And that stares at me and haunts me for the whole game, reminding me, why did you pick that card, you idiot? Make sure you do that stuff so you get some victory points, okay? And if I pick that, I ignore this now, and I could have access to this for the scouting, okay? I could have access to this, and so would the other players at the table if we were playing multiplayer. They would have access to these 2 things, and they would pay me to use them, right? I'm pretty sure in both cases, but I've never played multiplayer. They could use the goods here, again, To get to here, though, in the first year, I don't know if it's even possible. But we'll also gain these resources to add to our starting setup. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. So when you're deciding on this, we need to decide maybe how this is going to drive the rest of our game. How are we going to play? We're going to have to make some educated guesses, but also what resources do we want right now? That also could be a deal, right? Later in the game, we might really need some more yellow meeples, so maybe we would pick this kind of thing, right? And resources that you get now only stay in the current year. You lose everything at the end of the round you don't use, so use it or lose it. Okay? So this right here, final disdain. So if I have like 4 disdain, that sucks, but I do get a victory point. If I have 2, I get 2. If I have 0 disdain, I would get 3 victory points. That's interesting. I never really built a landmark, so I probably won't pick that. So yeah, let's just pick this aristocrat. I don't know. Maybe we get no points from that. Who knows? Who cares? We're going to just show you how the game works, right? Okay. So I'll throw this here. So this is my current prospect card, I think it's called. But this is going to be sitting here and reminding me, so I ignore the top part, but this stuff is available to me. So right now I'm going to get these resources. Okay. So 2 extra stone. Edward says, build stuff or fight back the horde. I'm going to do it all. Oh, Beppy says, solo campaign on BGG is awesome. Now, for those who play the solo campaign, I'm curious, for those watching later or those here right now who are interested in this game after this, how many games would you recommend playing, solo or multiplayer, before you would start recommending someone to play the solo campaign? Is it like good for new players to learn? Does it have like a ramp up in difficulty with a good tutorial? Or is it meant for players who've played like 20 times and are bored? Something else to challenge them? Like, what would you recommend? Think about it. New player to the game. Would you be telling them, go print that out right now? Or would you tell them play a handful of games first or play a couple games? I'm just curious from your guys' experience, because I've only played the game a couple times, but it would definitely help somebody out watching this later who would find that solo campaign maybe. I didn't even know that was a thing. Because it didn't say it in the book or anything, that there was a solo campaign, at least not that I saw. Yeah, why don't they mention it in here? Is it official? Frederick says 2 or 3 games is enough. Kanji says 4 to 5 plays, then campaign. Oh, okay, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, Cynthia's saying be confident first, several games. Okay, so it's not meant for like, here's a campaign to teach you the game and then challenge you. Because there's like 2 different kinds of campaigns in our hobby, right? There's like the ones that'll ease you into it and slowly add complexity as you go. And then there's campaigns that are like, okay, you guys are bored of this game, here's a challenge, like, you know? So it's more on the second situation. Okay, 3 to 4 games, okay. Oh, it's not official. Oh, it's not official. Oh, okay. Then I don't care at all. Just kidding. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so the not official campaign, but it's still fun, is what I'm being told. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So let's focus on the basics of the game then first, before we start trying to sell everyone on getting a campaign for a game they don't own yet. Sergio, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so now we got our resources. We've chosen our cards. Now we just go into spending like crazy. So let's do some stuff. Okay, again, for those that have tuned in, I'm not an expert at this game. I've only played a couple times. I'm just here to show the game to the 65-ish% of you watching who've never played this game before, okay? To show you if it's for you or not for you. That's all we're here to do. But I think, and again, feel free to yell at me where to spend things for fun. I'll try to catch it, but depends if I notice. But yeah, so what I could do here, I could start spending a soldier. I could put the soldier right here. Start filling this left spot here. I'm going to focus on the left board. It's kind of how I like to focus mainly, especially early, if that makes sense. It just feels right because in any of these Euro-y, tech tree, engine point salad kind of games, if you can build some resource generation early, obviously exponentially it's going to pay off for you later, right? So trying to get up our resource production for stone, or more civilians, or more builders, even some points being generated as we go, I think that's a good place to focus. That's where I want to kind of focus. Now I'm going to start working my way backwards, right? So if I want to get more stone production, I need to find hammers. And where do you find hammers? You find them in the early 90s on the music charts, because that's when hammer time was. But if not there, you can also find them on the sheet here. We can find hammer time up here. And you can touch these, but again, you can't touch this unless you build these granaries, right? So I can only get one right now because I have this small granary. There's no little circle to fill in. So I automatically have the small granary. So I only really looking at stuff in this left column. And there's only one hammer time that I could get. And I need at least 2 purples to get there. Okay. But where else? Where else could we find the hammers? Oh, there's a hammer. How the hell am I getting that hammer? Let's work our way backwards, right? It's like, I feel like a math teacher here. Okay, let's look at the answer. Now let's work our way backwards through the formula. So we're gonna need, to get this hammer, we're gonna need a yellow and purple worker. Okay, that's easy. I have those already. Oh, wait a second. There's a requirement of at least I need level 3 on the trader civilian track. Well, how do I get to level 3? I'm gonna need 3 yellow workers to fill in 1 per space, according to this little requirement here. Or if I can earn this symbol off of, let's say here or down here, but to build those, I'm gonna need like level 4 on this track. So now we're like getting crazy, right? But just for example, like that's where you gotta kind of think. And hence where the analysis paralysis can get a little crazy. So yeah, those are where I'm seeing hammers. I don't see any other hammers. Cynthia, nothing's wrong with math teachers. I'm just gonna not be a good one, but I'll try my best. But that's what I feel like, right? I feel like I'm sitting in math class, you know, and they're like, okay, everybody, let's work our way backwards. I'm trying to decipher this crazy wall of, you know, a foreign language here, trying to break it down. Parachute pants, yeah, buddy. I never said math teachers are dweebs. That's you assuming that, so now I know how you feel. I never said that. I just tried to imitate the last math teacher I remember. Which I guess wasn't that long ago. But yeah. Brian says there's, Brian, you're like, if someone hacked your account, you're getting yourself in trouble, I'm telling you. Okay. Candy runs away. Oh no. RV says, hey, don't expose the numbers behind the thinly abstracted spreadsheet or you'll ruin the roll and write genre entirely. I'm just trying to explain it in a way that maybe those who've never touched these kind of games will understand, to try to help them not get into analysis paralysis or scare them away from the game. Like, I'm trying to break it down as simple and easy as possible. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as it looks, is what I'm trying. That's the theme of today, right? Like, after I played this game the first time, I like instantly wanted to play it again. And after I played the second time, like, I held off from playing again. I had other stuff to do, but I was thinking about it the whole rest of the day. And the next time I played it, I was like, man, I want to play it. Like right away, like I didn't need to play it anymore. I got the game, I understood it. But I was like, I want to play it. And that's why I scheduled it today, because it was the next day I could even stream it. So I was like, all right, I just want to play this game because it's fun. All right. So again, we were working our way backwards from this, right? We're trying to build like this or this, okay? Hammers, okay? Now, if we get more hammers, we can get more stone. If we can get more blue workers, we maybe can get more yellow workers. So let's just try to get some of these going. But to get these going, these have requirements, right? These little hotels and workshops, the small ones, they have requirements along the fort track. Okay, the little orange banners. So the foundation of all this jazz I'm talking about over here, I believe, is this fort track. Am I safe in saying that? So if I want to go the path of building up my resource production, I should probably look at getting my fort built up, which will help me build my other granaries, which will help me access more of these resource production spots. It'll also generate me more civilian workers, which could be spent over here to generate more blue and purple and black workers, for example, right? Which then leads to me getting more of the purple and blue and more granite or stone or whatever resources, which could then lead to more yellow and more blue, which could then lead to more purple and blue, which could lead to more of this, which leads to more points, equals victory. Step 1, create resources. No. Step 1, spend resources. Step 2, create resources. Step 3, I don't know. Step 4, profit. Okay, that's what we're trying to do here. That's what we're trying to do. No, Pat, I didn't get that game. I just scheduled a stream tomorrow just to talk about the game and sit there and stare at an empty table. So yeah, no, I didn't get that game. I don't know why you would think that. That's weird. Just because I schedule a stream for a game doesn't mean I'm going to play through the game on a playthrough stream. You're crazy, man. All right. Yeah, tune in tomorrow. We're playing Legacy of You. Blind for the first time. So today I can explain to you how the game works. Tomorrow you're going to explain to me how that game works, okay? Because there's no way to play it without playing the campaign. So we're just going to start a campaign blind on the channel. Tune in tomorrow for that. Should be fun. Should be quite the crap show. All right. So let's get some resource production. Okay, how many purple workers do I have? 2. Should I just put them in here right away? I don't know. I'm feeling like it. Let's just do it. Might not be the best way to do it, but we're going to do it. Okay. So I spent 2 purple workers. I'm going to color in the first box. I'm going to color in the second box. The second box gave me a hammer, so I'm going to fill in the hammer time down here. It also gave me a stone right away. Oops. Too much stone. Okay. Cool. Now, let's build some fort stuff here. Okay, we got 2 builders. I don't know. Let's just put them in there. Let's just put them to work. Okay. Builder number 1, build spot number 1. Again, we could spend builders or soldiers. Okay. Is it really an unboxing if you don't unbox the box? That's quite the question. Quite the question. I'm just joking, Pat. I'm just trolling you, man. I thought that's why you asked. You didn't see it? Oh, okay. I thought that's why you asked. I thought you were trolling me. Get out of here. All right. Then we're going to spend the other blue one here. Okay. So we got 2 levels of our fort. Remember, now that we've filled in these 2 levels of our fort, we've connected chain 1, 2, and 3 here. So now we're able to spend stone on either our wall or our sippy. I don't know if that's how you say that, but no one's corrected me on that one yet. Which I think just means this like wooden fence thing that people stab themselves on and get splinters. Okay. Well, now that we did that, look what we still have. We have some yellow workers. Let's spend some civilians. We could spend those over here, right? Because all right. So over here, let's spend some soldiers. You know what? If I want to build my resource production, I'm going to focus on the traders. Let's do that. Let's spend 1 civilian. We'll fill in the first line of the traders, which gives us a purple. Holy, look at us. We're trading with the traders. See how that works? We need to get to at least level 3 with the traders to be able to build a small precinct to get us some more resource production. That's what I'm trying to do right now. So, I mean, we could also have done that with the theater, right? We could help the performers. And then the theater we could build eventually, which we could have built now, but we definitely goofed up. Actually, we might be able to build it. So see, I'm like working my way backwards here. I'm like, man, we need to get to 3, but we can't get there yet. But maybe we can generate some of the traders resource. And I look down here on the theater. I only need to be level 1 with these guys. These guys are easy pleased. And it also gets me a blue, which I already have a purple and a stone, which I could build the theater right now and get a renown. And then if I spend 1 stone, because my theater or my performer level will be number 1, I could spend a stone to get a check mark over here and fill in this box, right? Is that smart? Should I do that? I'll already have like a victory point. I didn't even notice this before, never. I never really done the theater stuff. That might be good, right? Let's do it. Well, you know, why not? Let's see what happens, right? Let's see what happens. So what I'm going to do is spend one of my yellows on this track. Okay, that gets me a blue. Yes, I could have just spent the yellow here, but this is more fun. Okay, so we're going to get a blue. Okay, or I can put them like so you guys can still see them with the zoomed in. Okay, so I got that blue. Now I've met the requirements here for 1, right? That's a 1. I have a blue and a purple and a stone, so I'm going to build that. Right. So when I fill in that I've built the theater, I now gain a renown over here. So we get our first like victory point, right? We officially have a score of 1. We're on our way to being amazing. And now we have access to the theater. And because I have level 1 here, I could spend a stone, right? Right. Again, tell me if I'm completely cheating at any point, which may happen. Again, I'm not an expert at this game. I'm trying my best. All right, so I spent a stone. I have this requirement. If I have that, I could fill in this box here. But it says max 1 performance per year. And anytime you see this number sign, it's so you can't cheat. I have to write in the year, and we're in year number 1. So this prevents me from chatting with the chat or squirrel. And then I come back later and I go, wait, can I do this again? No, I can't because I've already wrote the number 1 in, so I can't do it this year. So it's a way to kind of check yourself to make sure you're not a cheater McCheaterson. Okay, which is kind of cool. Smart that they built that in. I think it's really neat. That's very clever. So I'm going to fill this in because we spent the resource. Okay, I'm sorry if this is bad filling in. But we gained that money bag symbol, which will allow us to fill in this. And this, my friends, is the crack that is the roll and write. Okay, first hit's free. But when you spend a resource and you cross something off to get a resource to cross something else off, which gives you a resource to cross something else off, and then that gives you something to cross something else off, and then that next turn gives you more resources to cross something else off, that's the crack, my friends, okay? I'm officially dealing board game crack here, and that's the addictiveness of this game, is trying to build those chains. Just like a kind of an engine building Euro-y kind of, you know, tech tree kind of idea, right? That's the fun. And that's what the replayability of is, trying to discover those like little combos and chains and stuff, which I think is really clever. Okay, what do we got now? I have a soldier and 3 stone. I still can't get the small precinct. I need another yellow worker. What? Oh, can we get one? Yes, we can. I'm going to spend this stone, okay? And I can fill in my first wall space here. And if I fill in that wall, that had a little yellow meeple, so we gain that one. Now I'm going to go back over here. Why not? I don't know. Probably wrong, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'll spend another yellow meeple on the traders. Holy crap, that just gave me a blue meeple. Okay, now I have 3 here, but the problem is I don't have a purple and a yellow to build that yet. But that's okay. That's okay. Maybe next round. Maybe we can still do it. I don't know. Maybe there's something here. I'm going to just spend this builder to build more wall. Now officially, we have unlocked level 2 of the wall. So now we could also build a small hotel if we had the meeples and resources for it. Almost there. I'm one purple guy shy. And to trade here, I need two colors to trade for another color, but I can't use soldiers. So there's no cheating these two to another color, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I didn't spend this one, right? What else? Let's just put this guy in here, in the soldier. Let's put the soldier to work. Okay, we'll fill in our first little cohort defense shield thingy. I just picture like the soldiers from 300, you know, blocking the line. I don't know. Who, first person to say, do we put it in the left, the center, or the right? Where should we put some defense? Where do we think these sneaky buggers are coming from in year 1? We're going to be drawing only one card. Who's going to guess correctly? Everyone can guess. We'll see who's right. Velko says right. Velko is the fastest internet, so we're going to put it in the right. Or Velko's the quickest typer. Either or both. Or Velko's in the future or something. I don't know, but we'll see. Ultravioletta says right. Okay. Epe's left. Okay, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when the first card gets flipped. The only one we know so far is one center has shown up. Okay. We still have 2 stone. Can we spend that? Yeah, we can, right? Yeah, let's just fill in more wall. I don't know. We get another yellow worker for a wall. And the yellow worker, I don't know, what do we do? Should we just like do the theater too? Like let's or maybe we'll focus harder on this one. Yeah, let's just fill in more of this. So maybe we get our resource production really crazy as fast as possible. Or we think as fast as possible. I'm sure if you rewind back, there's a way I could have spent all those meeples to like get more going there. But this, I'm just showing you some of the options, right? It's impossible to show everything in one playthrough, but that's cool though. Good for replayability, like I said. Okay, one sec. Edward saying patrician? So, why Edward? Tell me. Just to get a stone? Oh, but then the stone could have done something else, right? Could the stone have got us something more that would have helped us in a future round? For endgame scoring. Patrician for diplomats for endgame scoring. Oh, I see. I see. So you want me to get here to go here. Okay. Okay, we'll go with what we did, but yes, I'll try to keep an eye on that. I see though. Oh, I forgot these ones, guys. I totally forgot the AI cards. So every round I'm supposed to draw 2 cards from the opponent's deck. It's because I don't really use them in the first round, right? But I should have drawn 2, which these will simulate the options I have if I need to get goods. I could pay my opponent, which is these AI cards. But if I did, for example, if I sent a soldier to scout, you know, from here, and I needed this little symbol here to fill in these boxes, I leave this on the card for the end of the round. And at the end of the round, for as many resources that are on these AI cards, I have to draw even more cards from this deck to have more things attack me. Oh, I see. Yeah, you're saying to block more disdain. I get it. But I could also do that with the baths too, right? I could totally ignore these guys and just like, you know, if stuff flips through, I just kind of buy my way out of it later too. That's the other option, right? Because this one you're guessing and gambling, and sometimes I barely use these if I'm doing this properly. And it might be better to spend resources here to just fill in those little cracks that came through instead of pre-spending, right? It's just like so cool how you could like, there's, oh, it's awesome. Different options everywhere. All right. So sorry, I forgot to deal with these guys. I'm so sorry. But we'll keep going with that. Okay. We spent all our resources. End of the round. We look to here at the year. Okay. We're in year 1. We know because our card is here. So we're going to draw. We're playing on normal difficulty, which I'm probably not ready for, but we're going to play on normal, which we draw 1 card. 1 random card from this deck. Let's see if any of the guesses were correct. Oh, they're attacking on the right. Velko, amazing. Velko guessed 100% right. So defense. And because the defense was blocked at our right cohort, we look up here and nothing got through. So we don't have to subtract anything and we actually get 1 valor. Okay, 1 valor, sweet deal. We're gonna crush it if we have psychics like Velko in the chat. See? Okay, so we also get a second victory point. So we fill in the valor track down here for the 1 that we blocked. If 1 got through, we would instead fill in a circle, not fill in, sorry, just circle a dotted circle down here to show we have 1 disdain. But again, we could fill it in if we grease the palms of the politicians, or if 1 got through, if we earn them again, we can spend these little red card symbols. If we had earned them already, we could spend them to cancel out some of the attack, which that's what Edward's hinting at we do to kind of like buy some insurance just in case, right? Which is not a bad idea, right? But I'm just trying something different. I'm trying to go heavy on the production. See if we can, see how much we can, you know, how many piles of stone we can earn every round. Okay, so I'll just clean these up. I'll throw them like in a little discard pile. This is discarded. We don't care about this anymore. Okay. Now we start a new year, right? So we draw our card first, find out what our resources are this turn. So every round, this is how the game's like. There's, you know, you might have a certain strategy, but maybe these cards aren't giving you the resources you need for those strategies, right? So this is why sometimes you have to pivot or just hope for the best or have a lot of options to run down for victory points. Okay, and 1 of these. Okay, so that's there. We got our victory points. Now let's draw our 2 cards. Okay, we could do the planner for victory points or the merchant. So collected goods. I never really done that. Oh, completed citizen tracks. Maybe we can do a couple of those. I don't know if we can do 4 of them, but we can try. That seems more like what we're kind of going with, right? That is these tracks, like completing these tracks fully. And there's 5 to do. So we basically need lots of yellow workers. So if we're leaning into this production over here, maybe we can get ourselves generating a couple yellow workers extra a turn. And we hope that the cards maybe are nicer to us than this one. And maybe we can generate more yellow workers and try to fill up maybe 4 of these tracks. So maybe we don't focus so much on what's going on over here. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we do. No, maybe we don't. I don't see any way to generate yellow over here, right? You just kind of spend yellow and it generates other colors. But if, oh yeah, and if we're building our wall here, right? Look at all the yellow civilian meeples all throughout here, right? So if we're going to try to pound resources into building a wall, we're going to have tons of civilians oozing out the cracks, and then we can put them over here to try to earn that, right? Yeah. Does that all make sense? I'm talking myself into it. I'm like explaining. This is right, Rob. Sounds all good. But collected goods, that's these here. And you're trying to do a set collection. Like this is good number 4. This is good number 1. You're trying to make kind of sets in here of different numbers to earn renown. Maybe another playthrough, I'll try that. But maybe if we're working on this, we might be able to do some of this. I don't know. Nah, let's just go with the planner. Just more basic, right? Kind of goes with what we're already doing, I think. Okay. And then we gain the resources on here. Yellow. Oh yeah, that gives us a yellow too. It feeds into this. This is good. And a stone. Now we look down here to our production. We're going to get 2 more stone. Okay. We're in year 2. Let's do this. Easy. Get an early small hotel. Beppy, that's exactly what I'm thinking, right? Let's try to do it. Let's try to do it. So let's try for the small precinct, small hotel, more stone, maybe even a workshop. I don't know. Let's get crazy. Because if we could do workshops, right, that gets us more builders, which helps us build the wall faster. Okay. So what do we do for that? We already have level 2 here on the wall, so we can go for the small hotel, right? Should I just put it right now? Yeah, let's do it right now so we don't forget, right? Blue, purple, and a stone. Whoops. Stone goes here. And we're at level 2, so we can fill this in. And it says plus, we also fill this in. And it gives us a yellow worker right now. Okay. And now we have our small hotel. We're now the official owners of a shady motel. Good times. Good times. All right. What else should we do? Let's just put this blue guy to work right here, maybe. Oh, no. Do we need him up here? No, we don't. We need purple and yellow up here. Let's try to build this too. Purple and yellow. We have, right? Let's do it. We're at level 3 at least here. We could spend a purple, yellow. Let's do that. Oops. And we get to cross this one in, so we have a small precinct. So that will give us one of these piety. Boom, 3 victory points. We're rocking it. We get a resource production. And we get a stone right now. Sweet deal. Okay, done. What else can we do? I mean, we should just put the blue guy to work on the wall, right? Because we need to build it over so we can spend more stone here, right? Because it looks like this is where we kind of spend stone or to build buildings. And if we kind of don't build that foundation, then we're going to be like, just have stone spilling out everywhere and we have nowhere to spend it. And then we're wasting resources, right? Ultraviolet says, Rob Shady Motel, park your chariot, enjoy sleeping with your horses in the stable. Yep, we provide full water and grass for feed for everyone. Edward, again, 75 points. Don't expect that kind of performance here. Maybe with your guys' help we could do it, but yeah, who knows? I don't know about that. You gotta get lucky, I guess, too. All right, so let's spend the blue guy here. That's a big box. Holy, we're getting a yellow for the blue. What else can we do? What else can we do over here? Oh, could we get this number 6? We need 2 more yellow here. And then we need 4 yellow total. How can we get more yellow? I don't know. Might have to wait till this starts paying off, I guess. Another way? Yeah, I thought we could do that too. If I didn't spend this here, maybe, but I think this led to us getting other stuff too, right? Huh. I see there's a yellow here, but I can't build that unless I get another blue guy in there. Oh, I could use a soldier in here, right? For some reason, I always think it's only blue, but you can put soldiers here too. Is that bad? Might be a trap, right? Because like soldiers should be going up here too to help defend us. Maybe that's the play, right? If we're going hard on production, if I put a soldier here, I then need to only spend 1, 2 stone. I get a yellow. That yellow can go here. Then I still have 3 more yellow, another yellow. Do I still have the purple? Yeah, and then I have a purple, yellow, yellow to go here. It works, right? It works. Let's do it. I think it works, unless I miss something. All right, let's try, see if we can do it. All right, black, going to work on the fort. We're officially at level 3 of the fort. So we could technically also build a small workshop. Oh, we might be able to do that actually. Yes, yes. It's all coming together. All right. So we did that. Then we were going over here. We're going to spend 2 yellow. No, we're going to need to get a yellow from here somehow. Yeah. We're going to spend 2 stone. So I can go 1 here and 1 here. So that's going to get us a renown. That's going to get us a shield. Okay, are we going? I don't know. There could be strategy to this. Do we go heavy on one cohort, or should we do left, center, or right? We already have 1 block in the right. Any recommendations? Is Velko, our psychic viewer, still here? Center says Edward. Okay, center says Edward. All right. Edward says center. We're going center. All right. Next, we get a yellow worker from this one that I covered up. I do want to know what Velko says, though, because it'd be freaking hilarious. If Velko guesses right every time, then I'm ignoring everyone else. I'll ban everyone else in chat. Only Velko can chat. I'm just joking. Oh, a few lefts. Okay, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We're going to be drawing 2 cards next time. So as long as the center gets blocked, but if we draw no center, Edward's out. Edward's out. As long as Edwards blocks at least 1, I'm happy with his decision. Otherwise, I'll have to put him in a timeout. All right. So where were we? We got our yellow worker. So let's go over here. Let's spend our 2 yellow on the trader track. And one of those will get us a stone. And now we're officially level 6 with the traders. And because we're level 6 with the traders, we should be able to build a medium precinct if I've done this right. 2 yellow and a purple, right? So I can cross this off. And that will get us our first discipline. So we get another victory point. Another resource production. So now we produce 4 stone on our sheet here. And we get another stone for that. Okay. But now I remember I mentioned the small workshop. We are officially level 3 at the wall. So I have achieved that. And if I spend 3 of this stone, I can build a small workshop, which will generate us an extra blue meeple every year going forward. And 1 right now. Boom. Edward's eyeing the door. Get ready. Like, please no. All right. We just throw the blue guy back on the wall? Yeah, let's do it, right? I think we'll do the attrition thing with a yellow. Yeah, let's throw this blue guy on the wall, I think. Yeah, sure. That'll get us a yellow. This stone, I mean, it doesn't really do much right now. But let's throw this yellow guy in the patricians, as Edward recommended. Let's try it. That will get us a stone right now. At level 1, we could do diplomats. We have 2 stone, but we need a purple and a black, which we don't have yet, but we'll try to get that as soon as possible next round. And with the 2 stone, we can go, I guess, just here and like here, right? Yeah, let's just fill in this stone here and this stone here. We can't go to this one. I wish we could to get another defense, but we don't have the base for that. All right. Okay. That's the end of the year. Oh, I forgot to do these cards again. Yeah, these were here the whole time. Okay, I forgot to do these again. It's because we're not really doing the scouts and the goods. But I got to get in the habit of revealing these. Okay, end of the year. First card, again, we're drawing 2 cards at year 2, medium difficulty. First one is the right, defense. Okay, block. Second card. I did not theater. I don't know what you mean, save. I don't think you can save any. I don't think you're allowed to save resources from turn to turn, right? Oh, no. Edward, get out. Get out. Just kidding. All right, so this is a good example, good example. So 2 have hit the right. We only block 1, okay? 1's been blocked, okay? The one that gets through, I don't have any way to block it right now. So it's going to just come through as a disdain. Okay? So I fill in this little, or don't fill it in, sorry. I circle the circle to show that we have a disdain, which is the thumbs down for a circle. If I bribe the politicians, which is the green thumbs up, I can fill that in and it won't count against us later. That's the plan, I think. That's the plan. We'll see. But right now, that 1 disdain will lose us 1 victory point. But if I get 2, that loses us 3. 3 will lose us 5. 4 will lose us 7. Very bad, right? But remember, we also have the aristocrat, which could help us negate a little bit of that, maybe. Unless we go super crazy on disdain. Oh yeah, we get 1 valor, right? Because this here is a 2, and only 1 got through, so that leaves 1 left. We also get a valor. Oh, yeah, but the theater, I can't use a theater, the next theater, because I need level 3 with the performers still. I looked at it, but I was like, I'm far from that still. I kind of pushed too hard up here, but we're set on the production. Like, that's what's driving my whole playthrough. Even if it doesn't work out, like these cards, I'm just trying something different and see if we can build a whole wall kind of thing. I don't know. Just a theory. We'll see. It's for science. It's all for science. Okay. New round. Resources. Yeah, the game's got a good little flow to it. It's quick too if like you don't need to explain everything you're doing to the chat. Like you can rip through these games pretty quick, I find, which is good. Okay. Our 2 cards. All right. Unfortunately, I don't know if we're doing either of these. Total gladiator strength is these over here. So we'd be kind of going performers, get the gladiator, the Ludus gladiator section going over here, start spending yellow and purple meeples here to build up strength. I don't think we're doing that. But I mean, maybe we just want these resources. Now, temples, filled in temples, that's all related to the priests. I haven't done anything with the priests. But I did this one before in a playthrough. I filled in all the first 2 temples here. So that gave me 2 victory points when I did that before. It's a possibility. You could spend any color worker there. So it's like a little more flexible. But we didn't even start building these. But to only build the small and the medium, you just got to get up to level 3 with them. So it's not that bad. And you can still do that stuff later in the game. It does help us with defense, though, if we built them and filled them in. That would help us with some kind of blockage. Some extra lines of defense. I think I'll just go with the temple one, even though I'll probably not do it, but maybe. I don't know. I don't know. No to priests, yes to gladiators. Gladiators. Should I do gladiators just in case we do that? Like, I've only done 1 on the performers, so I'm like not far off from doing some civilians becoming priests. Okay. Yeah, either way, sure. I mean, it could just come down to like what we want for resources, right? So maybe we just want 2 purple guys, are better than getting a purple guy and a stone, right? Could just, or like if we were going to scouts, right? We might want one symbol over another. Or if we're trading for goods, we might want this number 2 over another, right? I haven't got to the step for Luca. That's after choosing cards, right? You then go down to here, right? Isn't that how that works? I'm trying to do everything in order, but I'm even missing steps, so maybe you're right. Let's see. Turn over the top fate card. Draw 2 player cards, then gain resources. Okay, I haven't got to step 3 yet. I didn't miss it. I haven't got to step 3. I'm trying to do it in order, but then the solo part, I think I'm supposed to do that after these 3 steps. And that's what I keep missing is the AI cards. All right, so now we go to resources after we've chosen our victory point stuff. We then look down to here, and we get 4 more stone. Okay, and then we get 1 yellow worker because we have a small hotel. And we get 1 blue worker because we have a small workshop. And we don't have this yet. Maybe we work on that too. I don't know. I don't know. Too many options. All right, now I'm going to draw the AI cards. I don't know if they'll matter, but I'm going to draw them anyway. So again, these are just like kind of simulating other players at the table have their cards out, kind of like I have my card out here. And I could choose to use these instead and pay those players. All right, and these boards warp, which is annoying. Okay. All right, all right. Now what? So we definitely need more fort. Like we ran out of fort here. Oh, we need to build our granary, our second one, so we can get over on this side too now. I forgot all about that. Yeah, maybe we do that. Medium granary, we just need to be level 1 on the wall, which we are. Purple, blue, and a stone. Let's just do that right now because I'll forget about that one. Like maybe we don't need it right away. I don't know, but we're going to do it. So now we can use these spots up here, even though we're not there yet. But I mean, we have lots of purple workers. Maybe we get there. I don't know. I'm going to spend this blue worker. We're just going to fill in this spot here. And this will give us a discipline. I'm going to try to get a little faster here. Now that you guys kind of get the point of how it works. Let's go with... Can we generate some blue guys? I don't see. Oh yeah, this diplomat business. Let's just do that for fun. A purple, black, and 2 stone. Okay, we'll fill in this one, which gives us one over here, which gets us a black worker. And we circle these 2 defense things. And I think we do them for the left, right? Because that's the one with like no defense. I think, right? Bob says, anyone else take an involuntary intake of breath when Rob bent that board section? No, you have to understand, like, if components in the game are bending, that means they're basically shit. Because they're not of a good quality to prevent themselves from warping. So if they are shit, then I can treat them like so and bend them whichever way I want. So the fact you're worried about me bending a component that is already failing, I don't know why you would care about that or that would bother you. But that's how I look at it, right? If they're not going to make components like of quality, I'm not going to treat them like quality, you know? So you shouldn't have to worry. You need to get over that part of it, right? Now, if the game had like, you know, nice cards, I'm not going to bend nice cards, right? But if the cards are really nice, then bending them should never be a worry, right? That's how you got to look at things. Then you won't need to take deep breaths and be on medication when you see components get bent. That's how I think. That's what's going through my mind there. Like the frost-haven tiles, right? Like people are putting them in ovens and ironing them and stuff. And people are like, oh my God, how can you do that? It's like they're already broken anyway. They can't get worse. They're garbage. Treat garbage like garbage. I don't know. All right. Oh, we could do stone here for a defense. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that, I guess. I don't know. And that one, I assume we just split them up, right? We put one on the left. I don't know. Even though I just did this, I think it's okay. I don't know. All right, then what are we doing with our yellow guys? Yellow guys. What should we do with our yellow guys? Yeah, exactly. Like terraforming Mars. Yes, you burn it for heat during the winter. RV, exactly. That's the problem, right? Some people will say it's the humidity or the temperature or the environment. That's the problem why some of these components are warping or ink's wearing off or, you know, that kind of stuff, whatever it is, right? Wear and tear is early. But then I literally have games sitting on it, the shelf right beside it, that have just as much play, if not more, that are not having that issue. So it's like, I call BS, right? BS. Don't settle, man. Never settle. Never settle, man. Everyone's out to make money. Don't trust them. That's right. Even me. Okay. I don't know what to do. There's so many options. Like, I don't know. I'm looking over here. I'm like, should I be going for some gardens? Should I go harder on the patricians? Now that we have a disdain, should I be worried about these bath guys? Thoughts? Yeah, lots of choice, right? Lots of choice. Trying to think here, like, I want more blue workers. I should go with this one, right? Oh, but a blue's right here. I can get a blue right here. That'll help me build more wall, which gives me more yellow workers to do more over here. Invite the barbarians inside for a cup of tea. Where is that option? Pepe says, go green track to get a builder. Then do medium grain. I already have the medium granary. I already have it. Oh yeah, the black to get more wall. Should I be sleeping on this though? Like, is this bad that I'm not building up my defenses more? Because like the wall does get me defenses, but like maybe I should be doing this. Oh, and the purple, maybe I should be just going purple up here. Serenity now. I can't get my large precinct until I get 3 more yellows here, but then I still need 3 more yellows. Yeah, maybe I'll just work it over here, right? No, it's okay. It's Pepe. It's okay. It's okay. I appreciate the suggestions. Unless I'm talking about the wrong thing. I think you mean granary, right? What are you going to do with that yellow worker? I don't know. So many things. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's put a yellow worker right here and get this blue worker. I don't know. We're going to do that. Okay. Then we're going to spend this blue worker. We're going to go right here and get a yellow worker. So I turned a yellow worker into a yellow worker. Genius. Okay. All right. Next. I need another stone so I can get this. Let's go with could just fill this track in. I could. Like I'm one purple guy shy of getting a stone from this, right? So should I just take this purple guy with this yellow? Get 3 purples, go boom, boom, boom. I get a stone, which will have me 2. Then with those 2 stone, I can go 1 here and 1 here. Then we fill another defense. I don't know. Yellow for yellow. Best gameplay ever, I know. So here, I started the game with yellow meeples, ended the game with the same amount of yellow meeples. Genius. All right. Yeah, let's just do that. I don't know if it's the best, but we're going to do it. Purple. Give me purple. Okay. All 3 purples, super boring. I'm going to go 1 here, 2 here, and now we can go a 3rd here because we have our medium greenery. Granary. And this gets into our production theme that we're doing today and gains us another stone. These 2 stones, I'm going to put 1 in Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and left, right, or center. Again, we have some backup on the left right now. So probably right or center, I think, right? Right or center. Where should I put the defense? Where are they coming from? Anyone know? Do we have any scouts in the chat? Hans quickest with the center. Same as Ultravioletta. Bob says left. We're going with center. We're going with center. All right. We still have 2 black, 2 yellow. The art of war. Confuse the enemy by getting yellow meeple for yellow meeple. Yeah, I was thinking to do it. This is what I'm staring at right now. Exactly what I was thinking, RV. I'm looking over here. I'm like, these 2 soldiers, I could fill in this to get another defense up here in the cohorts. Or I could use them down here to start filling in more wall to prepare for the onslaught of stone that I'm going to eventually need places for it to go, right? But I also want to like try to build up here maybe, but I need to be like level 6 or 7 on the wall, and I'm kind of like far off from that. So maybe I just keep pumping the wall further and further so that I unlock higher levels so that maybe we can get our large hotel, large workshop. I don't know. And like, I'm worried if I don't put them in the wall, will I have enough to eventually get this quick enough anyway? Or should I just abandon that and just start putting soldiers here, which could build up our defenses? It's like invest in defense now or maybe defense later, right? We're drawing 4 cards this round, or this year, whatever. 4 cards. And we have 1, 2, and 1 defense. Apparition? Oh, right here? I mean, we could. Oh, that gives us more blue. Yes, you're right. Let's do that. Let's just put the 2 yellow right there. Yep. 1 blue. Yeah, I forgot about that too. Because we eventually want to get to level 3 here to at least get rid of 1 disdain, right? Yep. Thank you, Edgar. I almost forgot about that part. Okay. So then we have another blue now. Yeah, let's just throw the blue worker in the fort. We're at level 4 of the fort now. That base saying defense now is the play. Velcro saying build the wall. Interesting. Jon Snow agrees. Yes. Oh, okay. In the name of Jon Snow, then we just build a wall. Or would he be the soldier guarding the wall? Wait, Jon Snow wants the wall guard, right? Wall guard is 5 points. Wall guard is 5 points. That's how you look at it? Ray of Shine says wall guard. Okay, we'll go wall guard. We'll go wall guard. So wall guard right here. Gonna guard the wall. Oh yeah, it gets another blue down here. I totally brain farted. Forgot all about this. I forgot that the score track generates workers too. And then the other black worker would go here. Now, where do we go up here for cohorts? Do I go left? Do I really push center? Or do I go harder on the right, you know? Like which one? Which one? Like I know if you go hard on one, you'll like get more victory points, which could lead to more workers and things. Bob says left. All right, left it is. Bob was the first. So now we got 2 in the left, 2 in the center, 1 in the right. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, I can mitigate left. I keep forgetting. Yeah, I can mitigate left. But man, I've drawn sometimes where like all 4 of the cards with the exact same arrow, like on this year. I'm sure it's rare, but it happened. And I was like, what the hell? Cheaters. I blocked most of it, but it still was like, what? Okay, we're going to throw the blue worker in here, which will gain us a yellow. And the yellow. I mean, I might as well just put him right here on this. We need level 3 on the baths anyway. That'll get us a black. Oops. And then I think we throw the soldier in the wall, or this one on this wall. Put it number 5 level wall, or fort. Sorry, fort. Wall is different. I keep confusing it because it looks like you're on the wall here. The fort, sorry, I keep saying wall, but I mean fort. The wall is the next line up. The wall is built with stone. The fort is built with builders. Still weird. I guess it makes sense. I don't know. Okay. No more lefts after this. Yes, sorry, Edward. I don't know why I listen to Bob Chapman. I'm not supposed to. I know. What am I doing? Going against everything I believe in. Just kidding, Bob. Love you, buddy. All right. That's the end of that year. Let's see what happens. We're drawing 4 cards. 1 left. 2 left. 3 left. All right, Bob is on to something. 4 left. See? I told you. How did I know? This is going to happen again. This happened to me before. I don't remember which one it was, but like 4 in a row, and I was like, what the hell is this game doing? So we can mitigate all of it. I used up all of our mitigation. Holy crap. All right. We all bow to Bob Chapman. Bob Chapman knows everything. Don't, Edward, I don't know, man. I thought you knew what you were doing, but obviously you don't. Just kidding. All right. So we blocked it all, though. And that gives us 2 Valor because that's the number there on that little chart. Holy crap. Okay, let's discard some cards. Okay, new year. Man, they're stingy with those yellows. All right, let's see what we can get going here. Get with some more blues, though. That's good. Purple, yellow, 2 stone. Okay, let's look at our 2 cards. Oh. Of course we draw this after, like, I've kind of been stingy on the wall guards. Oh, we want to do this one, right? This is kind of like our whole theme today. Resource production. So if we can get up to like 9 resource production, we can earn 3 extra victory points. And I wish these were separate. I wish this came up last round because maybe we could even do like 1 or 2 of these, right? Unfortunately, we have to make a hard choice. This is where some of the luck in the game comes into, right? Like you might have a whole strategy going and get lucky and see all the perfect endgame scoring separately that you want, right? But sometimes the ones you're doing come up together and you can only choose one. Yeah, resource production all day, every day. Well, at least today. All right. And this gives us a blue and a yellow. That's good. That's good. Now we get our resources, 5 juicy stones. And we get, where is it? Yellow and a blue. Boom. Oh, I see. First hit's free. We got to pay for Bob's advice now. Damn it. It's like, I just picture Bob, that shady psychic reader, you know, like, come into my tent. Let me read your fortune. First time's free. I'll tell you the future. All right. Oh, yeah. And the player cards. Boom and boom. Okay. What are our goals? We want to get rid of this disdain here. We're allowed to do 2 bribes per year, so we kind of have some time there. But we should just do it, right? I don't know if we should push our luck there. But if we don't spend the resources there yet, maybe we can invest more into building more resources in the future. Let me see here. Well, we want to keep building wall. That's for sure. That's our strategy. Resource production. I guess we need to get purple up here. We need to get our large granary going. Because we want to get all these if we can, right? And, oh, and the large precinct now that we have resource production, right? And that will help us complete a citizen track for this one. Oh yeah, I forgot. We shouldn't be splitting up all our citizen tracks here. I'm being dumb. I should have definitely ignored a couple of these and focused hard on others. Yeah, that's okay. And we're working on the final disdain still, so everything's going okay except for the total gladiator strength. I don't care. Edward's always free advice. Yeah, Edward, get what I pay for, right? Sorry, Jacko. Yeah, things are going crazy here at Rob's gaming table. We are building shrines to Bob now. Something went wrong. Where were you, man, to keep us on track? All right. Okay, let's look here. Can we get the large hotel going? Two blues here. Then we need a blue and a purple. We could do that. Okay, we could do that. I don't know if we can get up to the large workshop yet. because that needs to get to 7. What else were you thinking? What else were you thinking? Over here, the baths or the large precinct? What about large precinct? We still need 2 yellows here and 3 more yellows here. But if we're building wall, we'll get 1, 2 more yellows on wall and fort, probably. We have suck at purple workers, though. We need more purple. I mean, if we started pushing the priest track, or maybe even the performers a little bit, maybe purple could happen. Yeah, I don't know. Jacko, thank you for the $4.99. Says, for upgrades to the Shrine of Bob. It's only a matter of time. We'll just spend that money on cleaning supplies from all the graffiti that I have no idea how it got on the shrine. We'll use that for cleaning the shrine off. Yeah, no idea how it got like that, but we'll just invest in cleaning supplies. All right. All right, let's just put 1 in the wall, or the fort. Get us a yellow. Okay. Let's put a couple brick on the wall, which will get us a renown, which gets us a yellow, and another one on the wall, which gets us another yellow. I think we have enough for this, right? So let's put a yellow here for a renown. Should I film this last one, or is it better to like, am I really going to build the small gardens? I still need 3 more yellows here, a purple and a blue here. I mean, it could be a thing, but we want resource production. Let's just go for it. Who cares? I don't know. It's probably not super efficient, but another yellow for a stone. Then we'll spend purple, yellow, yellow, yellow for our large precinct, which will get us another renown. Resource production, which I think that makes us 6 now, right? Yes, we're at 6, which is 2 victory points on Forager for the end of the game. And we need a stone for this one. Large precinct, all done. Pumping out 6 stone around. Good stuff. Okay, now what? I want more purple workers, man. That's what I need. Let's just put 2 builders to work at the fort. We're at level 6 fort. And we'll get some victory points down here in discipline. We also get to put another cohort. Probably should just do the right because let's keep it even. I feel like we'll see less left for a bit, but maybe not. Who knows? Another brick in the wall. Another brick in the wall. Yeah, I mean, we can now fill in a whole bunch of bricks. This is what I was trying to do, so we could actually spend like a ton of brick right here, right? Yeah, let's just start doing that. 1, 2. Ooh, we get another renown and another cohort defense. Oh, renown will get us another yellow. All right, are we going left? Now it's all even because we used up this. Oh yeah, we should maybe look at that too. I don't have the purple for it though. Left, right, or center? Left, right, or center? What are you guys thinking? No, Edward, not that graffiti. I don't know who this Rob is. Yeah, Bob is silent. Ray of Shine says center. All right, Alexis, center it is. Which gets us another discipline victory point. on the score track. Okay. Now. Oh, we need a large granary now, right? We need that to be able to build in here at all, right? So what do we need? Oh, we don't have a purple. Uh-oh. Purple. Priest. One of these tracks we got to push to try to get another track full. I don't know which one to do though. The apparators are 3 out of 9. But if I want purple, I should just go performers or priests. Oh, but this will help us fill other tracks up a little bit. Yeah, I know you could trade here at the forum. You could trade 2 workers for another single worker of a color once per year, and you can't use black. Are we that desperate though? Or can we use them just over here and get the same thing, right? Like I could trade these 2 yellows over here and get a purple, and it will help us towards unlocking stuff. Plus it also allows us to get victory points from citizen tracks being filled from planner, right? So like part of me doesn't want to waste it on this per se, but I know this is here in a bind. I don't think we're in that bind yet. I feel like I go priests. No gladiators. Get out of here with the gladiators. I know I have it up here, but I don't know, man. I don't think I'll have anything to spend on them. I guess I could just do more theater. Sure, let's just do it. Let's put 2 yellows. That'll get us a purple. We now are at level 3 on the performers. We could spend a brick, which I'll do right now. Here, this is year 4. That's our 1 performance for year 4. That'll get us a discipline and another soldier. Oh, discipline will get us another blue worker. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Now we have enough for a large granary. Okay. I'm going to fill that in. And because we built our large granary, it also gives us a renown down here. I don't know. Okay. And now we can start building here. So let's throw this blue worker. Let's just throw this in here, I think. Yeah. So we're now at level 7, which technically we could spend 4 brick if we had it to start pumping out more blue workers, but we don't. But that's okay. Did wall sections? Yeah. No. Is wall sections a thing? I don't know. I know wall guard sections is a thing. Like, I don't know if I should keep pushing the wall or should the sippy right now. I could get a yellow and a cohort defense, but with the wall, I can only get a yellow guy. You didn't mark the black renown at the bottom? Did I not do? Oh, I forgot to mark it down here? Did mark black renown at the bottom? Okay, I just put in one of these, Alexis? I'm just missing one here. Disdain track. So the disdain track, I just need to spend a stone. Yeah, might as well, right? Yeah. But I could do that next round too, right? Oh, but then I can only do it. Oh, I can do it twice per year. Yeah, let's not do the disdain thing yet. Let's spend 2 stone. I'm going to spend 2 stone. Let's just do the sippy. I don't know. Yellow and a cohort. Yellow. Cohort. Right or left? Right or left? Valor. Right? All right. Edgar says right. Or Edward, sorry. Edward says right. Sorry. Edward. Okay. Oh, so did Velcro. Okay, I feel more confident about that one then. Okay. We have another yellow guy. Let's just spend our yellow guy on the performers. I don't know. Yeah, let's just keep, we're going to try to get this track filled eventually. Let's just try that. Now with our 3 soldiers, do we think we're going to have enough to fill this? Oh, we still have 2 more years. Yeah, we're fine here, right? So we'll throw the soldiers all in the wall guard, right? Even though we don't get the victory points for that. But it will give us another cohort. Yeah, let's do it, right? uh, 1, 2, fill this in, and 3, cohort. So we'll just do the left, keep it all balanced, I guess. I don't know. Well, that gets us another blue worker. And the blue worker, I mean, we'll just throw them on the wall, right? Or the fort. Sorry, fort. Which gets us another yellow. And the yellow. Yellow. Yeah, let's just pump the performers up here. Yellow gets us a black. Soldier. I could put the soldiers up here to start this section, or I could just put it on the fort and get us level 8. Then we just need 1, 2, 3, 4 more. No, let's just put it up in the wall guard. Get the Night's Watch on the wall. They take the black for a reason. Let's put them on the wall. Cage is saying, so Rob, what do you think so far? Still feeling meh on it? I never felt meh on this game at all, to be honest. It's just not my style of game. But not even reading the rules for the game, I was already like, light bulb went off. I played enough Euro games, enough tech tree kind of games, engine building games, resource management games, point salad games. I've played many of them over the last decade or so, right? So it's like, I've seen this all before. It's just put it with the roll and write is kind of clever. But I already saw the appeal, and that's why right away in the stream I said, it's a great game. Great game. The only thing I say is, like, if analysis paralysis is a problem, play solo, you're fine, but just run if that worries you, right? You could be sitting here all day crunching, choosing, erasing. No, wait, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do this. There's like too many options. Like learning the game, there's no like easy way into this game. But the rules and the complexities aren't really that bad once you understand everything, and you just have to stay focused. But if you're prone to analysis paralysis, the game can be very overwhelming to like a newer player. But no, I love this game. Like, it's great. And like I said right at the start of the stream, I see the addiction. It only took like even reading the rule book, I already could envision, I knew the game is addictive, and I see why it's addictive and why people are recommending it. I knew right away. But yeah, once I played it, first year of my first game, I was like, okay, I see what's going on here. And just like a good Euro game with point salad and lots of paths to get points, that's the good test of that. For me, if I can play it realistically 3, 4, 5 times, and every time try something completely different, but still have a chance to winning, that's a well-designed game, right? That becomes interesting to me. But if I just play every time and I feel that there's only one path to winning, and that's the same way I'm going to play every time, I just throw the game in the garbage. It's not even worth for me teaching to people or showing off, because it's like, it may look like lots of options, but they're not really there. And yes, maybe some of these options aren't balanced and they're too luck driven, but there'll be players that will enjoy that type of play. Remember, you can play this up to 6 players, right? So I feel like it's designed very much for the multiplayer experience, but they did a decent job of making it also like multiplayer solitaire. So it really is just a solo game. But yeah, again, remember, I'm sick right now. So my energy levels are not like, it's not apples and oranges compared to me on a good day. So just understand. But yeah, it's like, I love the game. I could see the appeal here for sure. I'm not meh on it at all. I think it's a really great game. And I see why you guys were saying to me, and when my audience is saying to me that this is the roll and write of roll and writes, and they're like kind of in shock that I've never heard of it or played it before because it's the one I should play, you guys hit the nail on the head. This exactly has the complexity that I would need in a game and tons of meat on the bone to draw me in to play it more than once. Like I said, after playing it once, I wasn't like, oh, I get it, I don't care. And that happens with a lot of Euro games I play. I see the systems, I understand it, and I go, that's great. And the beauty and the replayability comes playing against different players, taking it to different houses, playing against different people, different board game nights, you know, playing online in the digital versions, playing again to see what other humans will add to the replayability. But this game has the options that give that kind of like smoke and mirrors of like tons of replayability. Of course, you can try to break it down, but there's enough random seeded generation in it to like still add a challenge with the victory cards and like what shows up from the random options, even when playing solo. But I could see myself enjoying this 4 or 5 plays and think it's really awesome. And did I get my value there? Probably. But I still want to play it multiplayer, get a few plays in of that. But again, realistically, you have to remember that like Euro games, there's certain ones that just scratch that itch, but I need more player interaction in my games, and these games tend not to have that in them. So that's why like Scythe is like my perfect Euro game, or like Gloomhaven, my perfect Euro game, because those have the Euro engine building, hand resource management, all that kind of stuff, but also have the table talk, the cooperation or competitiveness, the backstabbing kind of, not in Gloomhaven so much, but like in Scythe, and that threat of combat. There has to be some combat, there has to be some tension. But like, yeah, so just keep that in mind. Like, I'm trying to like get you in my head to understand, like, if I'm telling you this is a pretty good game, if you love freaking Euro games, like, this is exceptional. And when this coming from me, I'm like always ho-hum on those kind of games, right? I feel I never get the value out of them and the enjoyment that some others do, right? So yeah, so hopefully that can like make you understand like where I'm talking about this game, like add that to your experiences and your tastes, and hopefully that just helps you make your decisions, right? But yeah, I'm not meh on it. I'm just under the weather. But yeah, it's a really addictive game for sure so far. But again, I'm only a couple plays in. But yeah. Kanji though, Kanji, please understand, Scythe, the solo mode in Scythe, some people will tell you it's good, but it's garbage, okay? It is garbage. You can play it digitally, but the reason why people love Scythe is because they played it in 4, 5, 6 player scenarios. Please understand that. I fell in love with the hobby. My favorite experiences playing board games ever, there's at least 5 other players at the table with me. If I were to say my top 10 board gaming experiences I've had in my life, there was at least like 4 or 5 other players, maybe even 6 at the table to share it with me. That's the kind of board gamer I am. That's what drew me into the hobby, is the social aspect, the competitive aspect, the negotiation, the backstabbing, the competitiveness, the cooperation, the teamwork, the table talk. That is my favorite, right? And the Euro genre is more like just full of multiplayer solitaire, like a lot of just playing with your head down. Even if there's players at the table, you're just playing with your head down, trying to get the best score. I'll see you in 2 hours when we're done the game and we'll compare scores, all right? You know, I find the Euros, I have more fun with solo. With Scythe, you're a solo gamer, solo streamer. You don't seem to gravitate. You don't have the most fun with the multiplayer games. Scythe is best with like 5 players at the table. So keep that in mind. 4 or 5 plus. So yeah, I would never recommend, just because I love Scythe so much, I would never say like it is for everyone. No game is for everyone. So just because I'm saying I like it and I'm sitting here playing Hadrian's Wall, apples and oranges, man. Apples and oranges. But yeah. Yeah, so just, I don't want you to waste money on Scythe, and then you play like a 2-player, and the 2-player in the game is not that great. They did add modules later and stuff, but then you're spending hundreds of dollars to try to make a game fit for your playstyle, when there's thousands of games out there that'll fit more to your criteria. So think about that, right? Just because I throw the word Scythe out, don't think like you're watching this stream that game is for you. Not at all. I was just trying to explain, like, for Euro games, that's like a Euro game I fell in love with, and I didn't realize I was falling in love with a Euro game. But those are like my game, because there's still the threat of combat and the like pissing other players off and lying to those players and trying to race against those players and work with those players, but then backstab those players. Like, I love that stuff. I love that stuff. Yeah, but yes, you need at least 4 players, right, Pepe? Yeah, you need at least 4 players for Scythe, so please keep that in mind. I played 2-player Scythe with Mel, like when, after we played like a full game, a full like 5-player game or whatever. I remember playing 2-player thinking like, oh, this will be so fun because I love the game. And after we were like, man, it almost made me never want to play Scythe again after that. I was like, I don't remember this game sucking so much. It's like that drastic. It does not scale well. It does not scale well at all. But yeah. But I can't remember, Beppe, did they add like in the campaign stuff with the modules? Is there not? I think they added stuff that could potentially make it better at lower player counts. I'm pretty sure, right? But maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe I'm only thinking of the solo being able to, like, you could manage multiple players. So you could still play like 3 players at the table and have us use the solo mode to be a 4th player, I think, right? But again, it's been a long time. It's hard to remember that stuff. Like, we played through that whole campaign on stream, and like, it's a blur to me, man. It's a blur. Yeah, okay, Kenji, you understand. Okay. Yeah. There's certain games that you'll see rank so high on BGG, but you have to understand, like, a lot of hardcore gamers, a lot of solo gamers on BGG, a lot of people at lower player counts loving games and rating games, right? Or players that are willing to run like 3 hands at once, or play as 4 players by themselves, or 2 players playing as 2 players each, you know, in certain games. So more of that those are the type of players that are so hardcore in the hobby that will go and spend more time on BGG rating games and stuff. So just because the game's rated very high, or a lot of people are talking about it in the hobby, doesn't always mean it's best for your game group, player count, budget, storage, experience, fun, your nostalgia, your IP favoritism, all that kind of stuff, things, tastes, mechanics, all that stuff, right? So yeah, just there's no blanket. Like, I've played like games in the top 10 and I'm like, man, this is like, I see why people like this, but it feels mediocre to me. But it's like, oh wait, those players are playing in this kind of scenario. They like these kind of games. Like, they're not the same taste as me. So it's like, not every game's for everyone, right? But yeah, just hopefully that makes sense. So get the everyone who puts Scythe in your cart, take it out. Go do some research first, okay? Just joking. All right, but I do love Scythe so much. Oh man. But again, 5 players, 4 players, 6 players. I think 7 players even played it once, right? With the first 2 expansions, I think, or the first expansion, you can get up to 7. Again, I might be misremembering. Yeah, I think it's 5 default, goes up to 7 with that expansion. And man, oh, so good. So tense when you have so many players fighting over for the same areas, stealing resources from each other, threatening combat, asking for help, lying to them. Oh my God, so good. That's gaming to me. Edward, I know about Twilight Imperium. I can't find enough players to teach that game. That's the difference, though. I could teach players Game of Thrones 2nd Edition. I could teach players Scythe, but I do not know enough players locally out of my friends and family group. Yeah, I know I could go to the local board game store and hold up a sign saying, you know, pull up a black van with no windows and a bucket of candy. And on the side of the van, it says, looking for Twilight Imperium players. Yes, I could pull up that to one of my local board game stores and easily fill the van with people to bring back to my home to play with me. Easily. But out of my gaming group, the ones that like will play with me most of the time, that I have access to, Twilight Imperium is not the game. I've tried. I've looked into it. I've shown videos. It's just, I think I just don't have many friends that are sci-fi fans. And I'm not the biggest sci-fi fan either, right? So it's like, I get those kind of experiences from games that are like easier to teach with smaller rule books. Don't look so scary on the table, you know, maybe have more toy appeal to their bits and stuff. I don't, if that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, Edward, when I got into the hobby, I fell in love with Fantasy Flight game stuff. I started looking at their whole catalog. Of course, I know what that game is. I know about the history of that publisher, how that game started that publisher. I've watched videos all about it and everything. I'm very aware of Twilight Imperium. Every time a new edition comes out, I'm like, should I care? Should I buy that? People bring it up all the time in chat, but especially post-COVID, it's hard for me to get a group of people together. Plus, a lot of the gamers that I gamed with when I got into the hobby, a lot of them now have children, are married and stuff that weren't before. They have husbands, they have wives and stuff. So it's like, it's hard to get them to lock in for some game time. So like, I'm looking for more games that like are similar to games they've already played or easier to teach games that don't require as many players to have the best experience, if that makes sense. That's kind of where I'm kind of leaning. But man, in like 2013, I probably had the chance if I would have grabbed Twilight Imperium, but it scared me a little bit. But I probably could have grabbed it and would have had easily able to find the players, because I used to have players come over and play for like 12 hours a day. Would have been easy. But a lot of those players, they've like moved away, gotten to different hobbies. I've kind of lost touch with some of them. They got families, you know, just evolution, right? It's just hard, man. But yeah, if I was ever going to play Twilight Imperium, it would actually be at a convention like you're saying. I would just sign up for an event to play with other people. And I would do a little research ahead of time, try to learn the game, you know. Maybe play it at my local game store with some players there first to teach me. Then I would go to a convention and like play all day with some people. That's probably how I would experience that in my life now. I don't think it'd be a waste of money, I think, for me to buy it in my own collection, to be honest. But yeah, I'm super interested in it, of course. It's like a bucket list kind of thing, for sure. It's like a bucket list for me. It's like, hopefully I'd play it before I die one time, but you know, hopefully they keep making editions. We'll see, we'll see. All right, where were we? Welcome back from our commercial break. All right, we're end of the year, right? We're drawing 6 cards? 6 cards. Like, what am I doing again? Three on the left, 2 on the right, 1 in the center. 3 on the left, defense. Center, blocked. Right, blocked. Flawless defense. Flawless. Like, it's a nice distribution this time. Still a lot of lefts, though, man. There's got to be less in the deck now. Should go more right and center, I think. Actually, let's see how it's going. Maybe I'm just biased. No, there's a lot of lefts here. Oh, lots of rights, too. Lots of rights. Okay, maybe it's just the center has actually been lacking, right? We only have one. Only 2 centers have shown up. Quick, alert the guards. Cover the center. They're coming there next. The wall is held another year. Oh yeah, so we also get some valor, right? for 3. 1, 2, and 3, which gets us a black worker. Boom. Discard some cards. Let's get our resources. We're going to year 5 out of 6. Again, when you're not streaming the game, having too much fun with chat, this game is a lot quicker unless you're prone to analysis paralysis or someone at the table is. But man, my second game, I plowed through this and like I feel it was like under an hour. I feel like it was really fast. I didn't time myself, but I definitely knew it was quick. Because I was very focused on trying to do different things than I did in my first playthrough. So I was very linear. Like right away, I'm like, okay, I get these resources, they're going here this time. I was just trying different things out. But obviously, if you're competing with people at the table, you know, like, what are you going to do? And you kind of got to go with the flow, see how it goes. All right. What do we got? We're definitely not doing this. We haven't scouted a single time yet. And scouting is that like Tetris stuff. So I think we do the cohorts. If we can complete 1, we get a victory point. Complete 2, get a victory point. If we can fill in all 3, I don't think it's going to happen. But maybe we could fill in 1 or 2. Maybe 1 or 2. Okay, this will just get us a black meeple though. Not the greatest. Whatever. This can go here. Again, there's so many things I'm leaving for you to discover on your own. There is so much I'm not even touching on this paper that even now playing 3 times, like I'll still have not touched, like I've never touched gladiators. I've never bought goods. I never did the courthouse stuff. I've done all of this except for I've never done the large temple. I fully have scouted and diplomated. The second game I played, I went super hard on this. I don't think I've ever filled in more than like 2 of these completely, maybe 3. I've never built a landmark ever. I keep forgetting it's a thing until I'm adding up my score at the end of the game. But if we hit 15 on just one of these, remind me. We'll see if we can do a landmark for the first time ever. But yeah, just showing you, like, even though I've played it 3 times, there'll be so many things I've never tried to do yet. Which is why I think you can get a good like 4 or 5 playthroughs in before you even experience everything that you want to try. Okay, so we need our resources here, right? 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stone. One yellow and 1 blue. Oh, I did the large buildings one, my first game, Edward, actually. I got the large hotel, like the large workshop. I did the large precinct. I think I did like the large gardens. I didn't even know that was a thing. And it was on my last year, I got the large one came up and I was like, what the hell's the large? I look up in the rule book. I'm like, oh man, I was doing it and I didn't even know it was a thing. But have we got it? We didn't get it yet, right? No. So it is coming, right? What else is coming? I don't know. I guess I could peek, but whatever. So maybe we should focus on that. We have the large granary that I had. What's the other thing? Is it landmarks? Oh, no, landmarks you already saw. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, sorry, stone I have 7. 7 total stone. Yeah, 7 total stone. So I probably don't have enough to build everything I want, right? Oh, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm missing 3 spots. It can only go up to 9. It can only go up to 9 there, I think. Yeah, because that matches the victory point thing here. Oh yeah, can we get those? No, we definitely have been hurting on the purple, right? Or have I just been spending them wrong? Maybe I haven't really been doing enough purple, but I feel like on these cards I've been getting screwed on the purple. Or maybe I'm making bad choices over here, not getting purple. Yeah, this seems like not achievable. So I don't think we're going to be able to get to 9 because I think it's the only spots to get them. We need like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 purple workers. I don't think that's going to happen here in these last 2 years, considering we only got 1 right now. But we could get a few more over here. Maybe. I think if we had did the courthouse, then that's how you get that done. Because the courthouse we could trade in blues for double purples. I don't know. Yeah, looks at your purple scoring track. Oh yeah, true. Again, I always forget. yeah. Oh, if we go here, right? We can get some purples from this. Okay, should we change gears then? I don't know. Should we try? We can get a purple here for 1, and that will help. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, let's do that for first. Theater, we're at level 5 with the performers. We can spend this and do our 1 performance in year 5. Cross that out. That will scratch off 1 down here. Victory point. Get us another purple. You wouldn't change gears? Listen, we're not trying to get the best score, okay? We're trying to have fun. Let me have fun. All right. Yeah, we're in the second to last year. Should I still try to get the production up? I don't know if that's smart, right? Like all these resources just to get like 1 extra worker now, 1 extra worker next round. Maybe I was too slow on these, probably. Maybe I'm letting these dictate my play maybe too much. I don't know. Maybe I should ignore those. They're not that many victory points. I guess if you add them all up, that's a lot of victory points, but I have to just ignore some of them. You know why I ignore the Coliseum RV? And I was gonna try it off stream before, and I'll probably still try it one time in a future play of the game. But it's not the confusing part. This is super basic. It's the fact I'm playing a Euro game based on points, and I'm not the biggest fan of luck. And this is heavily driven on luck, as this. I mean, this is a little less driven on luck, but again, there is a rarity to the higher numbers. So when I look at this from a gamer perspective, breaking down the systems and what could get me more points, I don't buy lottery tickets. I don't go to casinos. I very much avoid gambling. Yes, I play in my games. I like a little bit of luck and gambling and stuff. But this to me is gambling, and these things are not. So there's certain things down here where they're very loose, not based on luck. They're very open. But this down here, it's like I'm gambling on like, should I invest in my red guy or my blue guy? And based on what I've invested in, what am I going to flip off the top of a deck up here, right? Then it's like, it's luck based, right? So I could invest heavily in here and flip cards and like, yes, I could build up very strong gladiators. So the luck is a little less worrisome, but that's what turns me off of these and makes me not go towards those. And I don't know if that's for others, but this is a little less gambling, but it is too. You're right. But I find with this was way easier because you have information of seeing and choosing which little Tetris shapes come up. Plus you have these 2 options. So throughout the game, like you'll find the shapes you need. So this is like pretty easy to do, I felt. But there is a little bit of gambling. Like if you wait too late to do it, you may have missed out on the shapes you needed, but you still would know that because you would have known the shapes passed by already. So it's less likely to see them again. But yeah, But you're right. If you pick the wrong shapes early to fill in and the other shapes go by when you can't grab them, you're right. You're right. That is definitely, it could be risky, but that's part of the fun, right? That's part of the fun, but that's just why I ignore them. It's not so much complexity here. Like if you can understand this, you can understand this. Like it's the same thing, like, you know. Also, this track, right? This track seems to have like more blanks on it. That could deter people away from going these routes, right? Because you're getting less for your, like, you know, maybe you're looking for quicker hits, right? So it's like here, like every box is full. This, all the boxes are full. This, like they're all full. But there's like a few extra blanks in this row. Maybe that's what makes also people not get to the gladiators a lot. I bet it could just come down to that simple thing, and like people don't build up this line enough, maybe. All right, let's get back to it. What are we doing? Are we filling out this? Are we just filling this out anyway to fill out one to get citizen track? We need 2 filled at least. We only have 1, so we should fill out one of these other ones. Oh yeah, we still have to fill our disdain in. Yeah, let's just do that right now, right? 1 stone. We're gonna buy our disdain. Grease some palms. Round 5. So we're filling our disdain. We have 0 disdain right now, which will get us 3 victory points if we can stay there. I almost forgot about that. Oh yeah, yeah, true. Here, you're saying on this line to get 2 purples. Yeah, not worry about the whole thing. Just like to just grab 2 purples. Oh, and we have the line. I didn't even plan for that. I see what you're saying. And what will that cost me? I need to put a yellow here because I need at least level 2 to scout, and then a black worker, and then I can put a straight line in to get 2 purples. That's pretty good, right? Should I just do that? What else does it do? Or do I just go crazy on this line too? And just try to get all these purples and then some purple scoring, which could get me more purples. Basically 2 yellows for 2 purples. 2 blues on the fort gets you 2 yellows. 2 blues on the fort gets me 2 yellows. Oh, I see. All right, let's do this. Let's just start building. Let's build most of our wall here. 2 blues, level 8. Fill in this on the fort, gets us another yellow. Yeah, we got to start somewhere. What else are we trying to do? Cohorts. We need 3 more to fill a cohort. We can get 1 more here. 2, 3. 2 soldiers will get us 1. Yeah, we could probably just fill 1 cohort. I don't know if we can get 2 though. Maybe by the end of the thing. Okay. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just do this. Here, let's just fill this one in for level 2. Then we're going to scout with a black. Fill in our horsey. We're going to take the straight line. If we were to take one of these symbols, so if I, like, let's say I didn't have this one as an option, okay? If I didn't have this as an option, and this was here, and I really need a straight line, instead of the black worker going to the supply, like in a multiplayer game, I'd give it to another player. That would stay there, and then at the end of the year, for every extra little resource on here, I have to draw more cards to deal with. But I don't want this because I have it right here. So to me, that's fine. I'll just put it in the supply, right? And then we'll fill in a straight line, which is a row will get us a victory point also on the Valor track. And we're going to get 2 purples. That's good. We get to show some different stuff. I was worried we wouldn't do some of these things, and I want to show some. So that's a good call out. Nice one, RV. So there. And then we also get a black worker here on the Valor track. Try the one scouting. I filled 4 blocks. Oh, sorry, it's 4. I did 5 by accident. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. It is only 4. So it isn't a row. It's not a row. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. I didn't even see that. Brain fart. Okay. Get the black worker out of there. Corrected. Thanks to using pencil. Okay. Should be good there. All right. All right. We're good. We're good. Whoa. Whoa. Somehow 4 became 5. It's not worth it to go back there and do a straight line down the right to fill that in, right? I don't think so, right? I would get 2 stone, but I need to spend 2 more here. It would get us the black worker for this. Was that crazy? Probably. It could allow us to get some more diplomats going. I don't know the best way. Like, I keep thinking I need to fill in some of these lines, but maybe the best is like doing a little bit of everything, you know? I don't know. I don't know. But I need to, like, oh, man. I try to tell myself, stay on this side. Focus, focus, focus. Fill in this stuff. We could still do it. We still have another year, too. So let's go, these blues. What do we do with the blues? Just put them on the wall? I could. So what I'm debating is maybe putting 1 here and then maybe sending 1. There's a training grounds here, which I never really talked about actually now that I realize it. I could put it once per year. I could put a blue worker and turn him into a soldier. And I just mark the year I did it in. So I could get another soldier for this line, which could help us get our cohorts going. Because I only need 3 more blues here. But if I do them all now, and I get a bunch of blue workers next time, I can only put 1 here and the other ones might go to waste. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, let's just spend them. You see the options though? It's crazy. Okay, let's spend some stone on the wall, I think. Yeah. Yellow. Another stone here. Cohort. What do we want? Left, right, or center? What was the one we had a ton of? Oh, center we need more of, right? Center we said. I knew we said something. Let's just try to fill the center since we know it's coming. Has to be. Has to be the center. Okay. I could just put the 2 stone here, fill up the Seppi. Yeah, center, right? Okay, perfect, perfect. Yeah, yeah. So I want to fill this cohort, so let's just try that. Let's do that while we're here. Let's do these 2 soldiers. 1 here for this. 1 here for this. That gets us a valor, which that gets us that black worker that we tried to cheat before. Okay. Now 1 more. I guess 2 brick does it. I mean, we don't need to do it this round. What's better to do? We could do it next round with just 2 brick. So let's invest here. We don't need to do it right away. Let's do 2 brick right here. 1 renown, 1 yellow worker. Well, that'll get us another yellow worker. Okay, then we're gonna pump yellows and try to make tons of purples. I think that's what I'm doing. And I'm gonna try to get all this production. Just because it's crazy. Not because it's the right thing to do. Because it's crazy. And again, I don't know if I'm playing the most, I mean, RV probably is telling me in the chat the most efficient way to play and to get good points, but I'm noobing it out here too and just making some decisions, but it's probably not the most efficient. Again, learn from my mistakes. Don't copy what I do. Okay. I do want to fill out another track. It's bugging me. Like I want to do it. At least one. And we have like tons of yellow guys here. So let's go pump. Let's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You think we could fill that up to get all this purple over here? We have 1 more year after this. Let's try it. Let's get nuts. But the priest is like the furthest one away from being filled, but it has so many ways of generating purples. I was going to try to fill all this in, Edward, just because I know it's not the best thing, but it's silly and it's funny, and I want to try to get my production to 9. I've never done that before. Because right at the beginning, I'm like, let's get our production as crazy as we can get it, even though we're taking the whole game to do it. But yeah, I think it's funny. I have 4 purples already. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more by the end of the game. Maybe we could do both these tracks. I don't even know. YOLO. Yeah, let's go to the priests. Let's do all 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Making purple babies. Yeah. All right. All right. Now these purples, because I can. 1, 2. What do we got here? I have 8. Should we just go nuts? And what else can we spend purples on next round? We have too many. I mean, we could use purples here. I don't know. That's probably it, right? Yeah, this might have been stupid. But we're doing it anyway. Let's do all 8. Production. A stone. Production. A stone. And production. And a stone. Or from priests. Or more from piety. Yeah, true. All right, soldiers and some stone. So the stone, let's just do 3 stone right here. 1, 2, 3. That will get us a renown. A cohort. We'll fill in this one here. That will get us a discipline. And what was the other thing in there? A yellow. Did I miss a stone? I'm trying to be so careful. But yeah, I probably messed something up. doing it the way I'm doing it. There's only 3 stone that were here. And along here, there was no stone. I think I'm okay. You only had 8 purple and filled in 9 boxes. 1, 2, 3. Wait, oh, up here? 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. I thought I counted there was 8 boxes. Oh, you might be right. I thought I counted 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you're right. It was 9. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to be like shortcutting. Damn. You know what I'll do then? Let's just fix it. It's easy enough. It's easy enough. Because we could do it next year, right? So 1 less production. And then 1 less stone I got from that, which where did I spend the stone? It would have got me this yellow guy. I'll just put that guy back and let's just clear off this one. Yeah, easy fix, easy fix. Sorry, guys. I thought I counted 8. That's why I was just trying to be like, I have 8, I counted 8, let's just spend it. But it was 9. Nice catch. Holy eagle eyes, man. Love it. Normally when I was playing, I would like do one thing at a time and try to keep it organized, but I'm just trying to like shortcut, whatever. But yeah, good catch. All right. 2 soldiers. Oh yeah, and that, yeah, I think we're fine there. So with the 2 soldiers, we could finish the wall here and get that, but I think we do that next time too. I don't want to have blue workers I can't do anything with. So let's go here. Let's just put them here. Oh, that gets me blue right now. Let's take this blue and we'll train him. This is year 5. He's going to train to become a soldier and he'll fill in this one. And I don't know. Let's just do right. It's opposite of what Bob was recommending earlier. So let's do that one. Okay. Done. Okay, we're revealing 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. Cross his fingers. Left, right, center, center, right, right, center, center, left. Definitely blocked. 4 in the center. We got 6 defense. 3 on the right. We have 5 defense. Okay. Who knew? If you invest in your fort, your wall, and your soldiers, your wall guards, you get better defense. Who knew that? It's all making sense. All right. So what do we get? 3 valor. Yes. Give me that juicy valor, which gets us another soldier. Yay. Okay, discard. We're going into our final year here. Thank you everyone for sticking through it. Okay. So, resources. Of course, tons of purples. Damn it. Well, we can put them somewhere probably, right? Tons of purples. We got 2 blues, which again, we don't really need that many. I don't know what we really need. I guess yellows would probably be what we need, and that's what we got least of. And we got no brick. Okay, now what are the last 2 scoring options? And I'm down for recommendations. Oh, completed wall sections is a thing. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if it was only wall guard sections, but the wall sections, which we're almost done. We just need, oh, one of these will give us stone anyway, too. Whoa, we're getting like 8. We just need 3 more stone to finish the wall. And the large buildings though. So let's see. I think because everything's pretty much the same on both, we just take the wall. But the large buildings, you need 6 for 3 victory points. How many do I have? 1. It's anything with large in the title. 1. Yeah, I think not. 2. Yeah, I sucked today this time at buildings. Large. I didn't even get the large workshop or a hotel yet. I could probably still get them, but I'm not going to get 6 large buildings as easy as I could get the wall sections, right? Yeah, defender, right, guys? Yeah. I was like, maybe I'm missing something, but I'm like so close. Ah, I forgot about the completed wall sections though. I forgot what that last one was. Now I wish large buildings was up here in one of these earlier ones instead of gladiator, but that's again sometimes just how it works out, right? Okay, next is our resource generation. So we definitely get another yellow guy, we get another blue guy, and we get 8 stone. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Well, let's just start wrapping some of these things up then. So we're definitely putting the stone in here. Right? 1, 2, 3 stone. 3 stone to finish the wall. Which gets us a yellow. A nothing. And a cohort. And I'll fill in this right one. Which gets us another valor. Okay. I should probably just fill this Scipion too, right? Like it feels like I need to. It's like right there, but let's just do it. Which gets us a renown and another cohort. Renown. Cohort, let's just fill in the right. Which gets us another discipline. So satisfying. Spend this to, oh, what did I miss? Oh, I forgot my resources. You're right. Whoops. Yeah, I forgot my blue guy and my stone. You're so right, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I know I forgot it. I'm sorry. I'm getting excited. Okay. Let's spend a purple guy, obviously, here. I think, to get our production and a stone. Production, number 9, filled out. A stone. Okay. Can we fill the soldier one in? I don't think I've ever done all of this before. I didn't know it was possible. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I probably slept on it a bit. I could do 1 blue guy to a black. That'll be 4. I guess I could turn some of these guys. Oh no, you can't make soldiers. So what can I do? I get a black here. Can I generate some over here? Yeah, I guess down these tracks. Hmm. Yeah, because I couldn't see it, right? I just like, that's why I was trying to do this, so I didn't miss it. But... oh, okay. Oh yeah, and our AI cards that I keep forgetting to. That I don't even use in this playthrough. Looks like you can get 5 soldiers. But I want 6 soldiers. Don't tell me I can't. Can we do it? Hold on, let's try to do this here. Yeah, I don't have any ways of getting yellow workers over here anymore. Can we build something, get renowned to get yellow workers? I definitely can get a black here. So that's 4. And yeah, I can turn a blue, train a blue. But yeah, I definitely should have done more training if I was definitely going to fill that in, I think. What else can I do? Can I make more yellow to fill? If I do this, 1, 2, 3. I need to get 2 more yellows somehow. I could turn 2 blues into a yellow using the forum. I need one. Oh, I get renown here. A renown will get me yellow here. Yes. I think I could do it. I think I could do it. Let's try it. Just for fun. Let's try to get all the soldiers in there. Even though it might not be the most victory points, I want to try to do it. Just to show you how you can like sit here and puzzle it out. I think we can. Okay. I think I can. I think I can. So 1 yellow in the patricians for black. Okay, we're at 4 soldiers. Okay, we'll train a blue before I forget. In year 6, so we're only allowed to do it once per year. I forgot to fill in that other one. So that will get us a wall guard. We fill that in. So we just need 5. I have 4. Then we'll spend another yellow down here. That will get us a renown on the patricians track, which we fill in a renown here on the score track, which gets us another yellow. Then I'll spend this yellow. Oh, is it enough to get a stone? Another yellow to get another renown. Okay, and then I need 1 more yellow, but I can go to the forum once per year to trade in 2 workers that are not black, any other 2 colors for any other color that's not black. You can't put soldiers in the trade. They don't work at the forum, I guess, and they don't like to visit the forum either. So I can trade in. I'm going to do a purple and a blue, I guess. I don't know if that's the right mix, but I'll just do it for now. Okay, so I did that. Got my... Oh, not black. Sorry, yellow. I just said you can't do black, and I did it. Yellow. So the yellow, I trade in over here the patricians, who gets me the black. Boom. And then I'll spend these 5 black soldiers, and I'll double check to make sure I'm not cheating again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, cohort. 3, 4. Oh, another blue worker. And 5. Final cohort. We filled in all our cohorts. No, we didn't. Not yet. Not yet. Almost. 1 valor. Let's spend the blue before we forget to finish the fort. Oh, I did it backwards. I shouldn't have been able to do that. I cheated. But I'll still spend it now. Whatever. I think I could have done it before. Yeah, I did that backwards. The chain wasn't there. And then a cohort, which gets us a discipline, which gets us a valor, which gets us another soldier. So if I just would have did this, it would have chained into, no, it wouldn't have. Maybe it would have chained into another soldier there. Yeah, I know I could have did this before. I think I just did things out of order there. I don't think I broke it, but yeah. Man, I did the whole thing. I never done that before. I did the whole thing here. Although I did less down here, which is bugging me. Oh, we hit the landmark thing. Take back 1 blue and spend 1 purple. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to do there. I wasn't really looking ahead. I was just trying to be quick. When I mix them, I'm not sure if that was a smarter play. But I think we had enough anyway. But maybe I wanted purple for some options, right? Okay, landmarks. What can we do for a landmark? I've never done one. I want to do it. So we hit 15. So for teaching this, we now hit this banner, which reminds us when you hit 15, you can go up here and check the landmarks. And as long as you hit the landmark, the orange banner of the certain section, so we did it for valor and we did it for discipline. So we could build these to get us more of these other point tracks. So do I even have this stuff? Yeah, I just need a blue and 2 stone, a blue and 2 stone. I have blues, I have stones. Yes, I created a formidable fort without any civil. Yeah, I don't care about these guys over here. I don't take them as seriously. These are all jokers. We're all about the soldiers and the construction. We don't care about civilians. We're all about the builders and the soldiers. All right. So yeah, let's do that. So we can spend, I'll just spend the 2 builders and 4 stone. Yeah, landmark time. So I'll build the column, which gets us 2 more on here, which gets us a purple. And then I'll build the statue, which gets us 2 renown, which gets us a yellow. Wow, that's so cool. Like, man, it's like just like those good Euro games, right? Where like you feel like you're early, you're not really doing much in the first year, but by the end of the years, the last round of the game, you're just like resources are just spilling out everywhere, and you're just like all your early work kind of like pays off. It's really cool. I like that ramp up. It's fun. Okay, what else can we do for some sneaky points here? So we got the cohorts, we got the wall sections, resource production. We did three cards fully on the victory points. And if we get no disdain, that's 4. Citizen tracks though. Can I do one more? I have 1 yellow guy. I'm 2 away from doing this track here. I already did my forum trade. Oh, can I build this? This will get me yellow. Yes, let's do this. Let's do the large hotel just for fun. I don't know. Large hotel. Blue, purple, 2 stone. Anyone say that? Archway? Oh, I can build the archway now? Oh, I hate you guys. Okay, not spending that. Hold on. Rewind. Sorry, I didn't see that in the chat. I'm so sorry. Okay, archway. That is a blue and 2 stone. Oh, okay. To get me 2 more valor. And then that gets me another discipline. Is that gets me more points, right? Than just building. Actually, this gets me a renown and a yellow worker, which will allow me to fill a track, which gets me, oh, only 1 victory point up here. Yeah, maybe it's better to do what you guys are saying. Yeah, it's more points for the archway, right? Quickly, yeah, I think so. At a high level view, it feels like it is. Okay, archway, let's do it. Yeah, man, I've never built landmarks. This is awesome. I got 3 going. Thanks, chat. Thank you, everybody. So that archway gets me 2 valor, which also gets a discipline. So yeah, that's juicy points. Okay, what are these guys doing? What are the 3 stooges here gonna do? Oh, landmarks aren't, RV says landmarks aren't necessarily worth building for, but they're worth taking if you get them. Even if I had the, what if I had the victory point card? Should you then kind of focus more on it? Yeah, like if they just present themselves, it makes sense. All right, what can we do here? I mean, if we're just going to try to get points, the yellow guy can get us points here. Or here. But the purple track. Yeah, let's just do... Oh, we could do some defense. I don't think we need it, right? But it does get us the victory points also. Oh, we don't have the stone. We don't have the stone. What about this? We could complete a row by scouting with the soldier. That would get us some stone. Only 1 though. I mean, it could get us more if I don't want to build a row. Stone. The stone is for nothing, right? Really? Oh, these guys, right, are victory points also. I'm just thinking, like, could I fill one of these tracks in? Am I missing something? No, right? Hey, Jackpot Man. It's going, man. We're in the final, like, trying to like, squeeze out a couple points. Best we can. I feel like there's a play to get more points than I'm thinking, but who knows? Nope, it is right here. It is right here, I think. Yellow here, which leads to this guy being blue. Yeah, there's no way to get a second yellow, right? If so, then I definitely would have gone that route. It's okay. It's okay. Now what are we doing with these guys? I think the soldier's best down here, right? Scouting? Because it gets us a victory point for a row. Because the soldier can't go here, can't go here. What else is he doing? Nothing, right? It's useless. Yeah, I think the soldier goes in scouts. Yeah, let's just do that. I don't know if it's the best, but we're doing it. And we're gonna just take our own shape here, whatever. We'll just fill it in like this. I don't know. Just to complete a row. And it gets us a stone. Okay, okay. Oh, and a valor, sorry. A valor right now. Okay. What can these guys build? Can they build anything? Oh, I'm one stone shy of building this for a yellow. I mean, I could have made 2 stone. Yeah. I could have got the yellow from here, I think, but then I don't think I could have got... I wouldn't have had the builder to do this in the beginning without doing that, right? Yeah. Small garden? Oh, right there. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Small garden. Yeah, see, some of this just blends in for me. I like don't see it when I'm scanning sometimes. Small garden. Yes, I like this. Okay, small garden. Is going to get us like a purple point down here. It gets us trader we can't take because we're full there. It gets us a performers. And it gets us priests. Oh, which gets us here. Yeah, we could have completed one of these, I think. Maybe not. I don't know, whatever. Oh, so close, so close. All right, done. Done, done, done. Done, done, done. Done, done, done. All right, final attack. For 10, oops, you guys can't see that. For 10 cards. 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on, no disdain, please. Right. 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 Center. Center. Anyone get bingo yet? No? Okay. Right. Right. Can only defend 6 on one side. Left. Oh. 2 more. Left. All right, we're good. Center. Yes. Block for 6. Block for 6. Block for 6. Get out of my castle. So that leads us to get 4 on the valor track. So the soldier goes to waste, unfortunately. Renown doesn't, though. Spicy. All right. I think that's it, right? And then we just total up. So let's go. You just like literally, I love this endgame scoring so quick compared to all the craziness going on the board. I love the way it just kind of like it's quickly to find out your score at the end. Kind of quick. I'll be slow probably, but 16 on the renown. Okay, you just write it in there. Easy. We got 8 on the purple, on the piety. Valor, we got 22. I guess like the highest I've ever got on any track. 19 on the discipline. Now we look at path cards. So we go up to here and kind of look at these are our path cards. So let's try to add these up. So I don't know the best way to do this. It's just some dice or something. because I'll talk and probably get confused. Okay, final disdain, we have 0. We got 0 disdain, right? Because we paid off some greasy politicians. So that's 3 victory points. Okay. Planner, completed citizen tracks. 1. Almost 2. So because you need at least 2 to get a victory point, we got 0. Total gladiator strength, womp womp, nothing. 0. Resource production, we had 9 resource production, so that gets us 3 more victory points. Completed cohorts, all 3 of them will get us 3 more victory points. Okay. Completed wall sections, that's 1, 2, 3. So 12 points from our path cards. Disdain, -0, because we filled in that 1. So a filled in circle is not a disdain. It's only empty circles that we've drawn in. But yeah, not bad. Okay, so let's try to add this up without screwing it up. I'm going to try to do it myself, and then chat will tell me the real number. So 16 plus 8, that is 24. Plus 24 plus 22 is 46. Plus 19 is 65. Right? Plus 12 is 77. 77? Is that right? I might be wrong. 77, I think. Is that Velko? Velko, I go with Velko's answer. RV and me, we're a little not 100% perfect all the time. Velko, though, knows everything. 77. Sure you didn't miss one on the cards? I don't think so, right? Let's check, let's check. Boop. So no disdain is 3 victory points. Citizen tracks only completed 1, so you need 2. So 0 off this, right? So we're still at 3. Gladiator strength, 0. Okay. Resource production, 3. So we're at 6, right? 6. Then we completed cohorts. We did all 3, so that's 3. And then wall sections, another 3, that's 6. So total of 12, right? Yeah, the citizen track, that's why it's bugging me so much. Like, we were getting 0 points, but I felt like we could have possibly got a 2, but it's like, it was a lot of work for it, and I kind of didn't want to do it because I did it before, so I want to try something different. But yeah. There you go. 77. That's a look at, again, we didn't touch so many things on this playthrough. We didn't touch so many little sections that you could try for different things. You know, gladiators going to battle, trying to collect sets of goods. We didn't really play the Tetris game too much. We definitely didn't increase enough palms, but I think we covered ourselves on our defense, right? When you focus on this, you don't have to focus on these things as much to help you defensively, or the temples. But again, like, if we wanted to fill these tracks, going hard here on the large gardens and stuff, that could have helped us get a bunch of free checks over here. Free checks, you know? Again, based on the different cards coming up, you know, you can focus on different things for points based on your resources, how they're showing up each turn, how you're getting attacked, what the other players at the table are doing, how the AI cards are showing up, you know, might change your play style and what you can do, and you might have to pivot. Yeah, lots of different options. Playing this 3 times now, like, I definitely did many different things, got different scores, different difficulty levels, and people are saying there's a freaking fan-made solo campaign that you could play. So all in all, pretty juicy. Definitely a big fan, and I definitely see why you guys were recommending it heavily to me. Yeah, I want to try to find out now. Oracle. I just curious the price again. I forget what it was. It's not like I buy too many board games. I forget how much they all are. Board game Oracle. I just want to check. Hadrian. So in Canada, I got it at JJ's. It was, oh, is that a stock now? Oh, I bought the last one, suckers. Just kidding. All right. So it's like a 50 to 65-ish dollar game in Canada. What about US? $40 to 55-ish. And our friends across the pond. Oh, you can't really, okay. So either they don't ship enough to the UK, or you guys love the game more. Why you guys buy all the copies? So 38 pounds to 50, no, like 48-ish. So whatever that means for you in your local currency, like we're not talking $150 games here, right? But definitely a decent amount of hours of play I've done so far. And I still want to play more, and I want to play with more players. But yeah, adding a campaign into it, I know it's not part of the cost, but it's free online. That's pretty cool. That adds to the value. If you like the game, of course. Yes, RV, like, yeah, $20 US basically is what I paid. Well, I definitely, on that trip, even though I had to spend gas, time, and everything to go get that game, it was definitely so fun to go to that store. Yeah, it was, I love going to board game stores. I love getting out of the house, checking out. I love seeing games in person, like on shelves. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And seeing other gamers being excited, new gamers like beside me picking up a game, and they're like, oh man, I don't know. Is this the one we should play tonight? Is it the one we should get? And then I look at them and I'm like, if you guys, like, what's your favorite games? And then they tell me their favorite, like, couple games. I'm like, oh, no, no. You need to go check out this game or this game. You know, these games are awesome. Or check out this section. Or check out this game from that designer is actually rated better. Or do you guys know what BoardGameGeek.com is? No? All right, here we go. Like, I just love that stuff. Love that stuff. But yeah, definitely a great game for sure. Yeah, I'm having fun with these rolling rates. They're fun. I see the addiction. I see just like, it's like scratching off this section that then lets you scratch off this one, that lets you scratch off this one, that combos into this one, that does, it's addictive. Definitely addictive. Yeah. Do you like Excel sheets and gladiators? Let me tell you about Hadrian's Wall. Look at the rulebook again for solo play, Rob. What did I do wrong? Uh-oh, what did I do wrong? Edward, did I play something wrong the whole time? Don't tell me that, please. I guess it's not that bad. Oh yeah, I have it digitally right here. What did I miss? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Come on. Sorry, guys. I thought it was... way at the back. All right, there you go. Sorry. The end. Setting up. Anytime. Yeah, this is what I kept forgetting the whole game almost. When you're playing solo, you're aiming to be a particular... oh yeah, I forgot about this. Yeah, we talked about this earlier. You're aiming to be a particularly high score. The problem though, I can't take this serious. I don't know if they mean at neutral or easy or hard. Like what are you comparing this to? Because there's 3 difficulties. What do they mean here? There's no AI you're competing against, only the neutral deck to interact with. See how you compare with the targets below. Like, is this against hard, easy, or medium? Like, what does this mean? So I'm a legatus legionis? I don't know how to say that. So is what I did even valid though? Because I only played on like the yellow difficulty. So I don't know what's intended. Like what is hard mode? Like what do they say for hard mode? Like, is that the normal mode? Or it's hard mode just for fun? Like, you know, you're bored. Where is the difficulties? Yeah, I don't know where the difficulty stuff. Oh, it's just meant to be compared on. Is it called normal though? I keep saying that, but maybe it's not truly what it is. What is it really called? Oh, it is called normal. Okay, so yeah, I would just compare it against the normal difficulty. That makes sense. All right, so I got a 70 plus. Whoopie-doo. Woo! Yeah, but I find what the difficulty does really, it just adds more negative points, right? More potential for negative points. So it's just like makes it harder to get a higher score. Because if you're trying to fight harder against that, then you're spending less on other points. So you're going to probably reduce your score a bit because you're focusing too hard on one thing because the game's throwing those things at you. So it kind of like the way the difficulty increases in this game kind of reduces the decision space if you're trying to get the highest score and that is what you're trying to do, right? So I don't know if I feel like the difficulties in this game are kind of like lame. Because it's like all it does is let you like everyone at the table is playing at the same difficulty. So it just allows the players to all get higher scores by playing less efficient. But it's not like you like win or lose based on that. Like everybody gets the buff or reduction, right? And then all it does is make the players at the table, if you increase the difficulty, it just leads to more attacks, which means the players who deal with disdain or cohorts or attacking more are automatically going to probably do better than the players that don't, right? Because of how negative points scale so drastically. In theory, I'm talking out my ass, so I might be wrong, but I don't think this difficulty thing should have even been in the game. But I guess technically it's easy to achieve a higher score in solo, but in multiplayer, everyone has the same bonus, so this really should only be a solo difficulty, if that makes sense. I don't know. It also makes it harder for people to compare scores. Because like what difficulty were you playing on when you got whatever score, you know? So it's like I don't know, it's weird. It feels weird to me. It feels like it didn't need to be in the game. If I'm making any sense. Yeah, maybe. But if you're trying to get rid of disdain or prevent disdain, it means you're spending workers and stone more on covering your disdain versus spending it up front to prevent it in the first place. And most likely some's going to spill over no matter how well you're building it. So yes, it does mean cleanup's more important, but because you're focused on cleanup, means you're not building the wall in the first place or the soldiers or whatever to cover you in the first place. So either way, it just hits that aspect of the game, if that makes sense. But yeah. Oh, Zebepe saying the campaign offers challenges. One of them is that you cannot get the large granary. Is it like each scenario gives you restrictions, right? Or is it like always the same? I would assume it's different each time, right? And is there a way to carry things forward? I want to look right now, actually, that you're mentioning this. Oh, it is official. It is official. Designed by Bobby Hill, right? Someone said it wasn't official. It is. I think someone said it was official and somebody said it wasn't. Unless I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh, there's a solo AI unofficial. Sorry, hold on. I'm not logged in. Boop. Bear with me. To be victorious, you must win each of the 16 forts. Oh, so you're going along the wall, building a fort at each part of the wall. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, look at this. Fort 1. Lay at the eastern end of Hadrian's Wall. Fort rules. Reveal only one neutral prospect card each year, rather than 2. Ah, okay. You must complete all wall sections. Hey, I just did that. Challenge. Score 20 plus victory points in at least 3 attribute tracks. Setup reward. Oh, they give you some stuff at setup. Huh. Oh, that's neat. That's so simple, but so smart. Yeah, this is so basic, but this should have been in the box. This should have been in the box. I know it's free, but like, come on, man. They couldn't have put like a couple more pages in the rulebook to put this on. Oh, why did they not put this in the game? Because I wouldn't even known. If I never streamed this game, I mean, nobody told me this was even a thing that I remember. I bought this game with no idea there was a campaign in it. And if I never streamed it, I would have never known there was a campaign. I would have never gone to the file section for this game because I don't care about, I wasn't looking up reference sheets or anything, right? There's so many people who bought this game that have no idea this is a thing. And that is sad. Oh. This should be in new printings though. This should be worked into future printings of the game. Because people would love this and it would make people recommend it more, you know, and sell more copies. Yeah, they should have worked this in the game. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, putting it on the front of the box now with solo campaign. Like, yeah, solo players would pick this up and look at it and see solo campaign right on the box. Or on the back of the box too. Yeah, people love just extra line items. They feel better about their money if you're just getting more, even if you don't use it. Hence stretch goals, hence Kickstarter add-ons, right? Like people love that stuff. Or Kickstarter FOMO exclusives, you know? Oh, that's too bad. I don't know if I'll play this, but it's very clever. I want to go move on to some other games, but like I'm glad that I was able to show that this exists for people. Because I guarantee some people would watch my stream and would be like, okay, that's a cool game. Yeah, that's great. But there's some people now that will see this and buy the game based on this alone. I know I probably would have been more excited for it if I would have known this was a thing. And I didn't know until today's stream. Like if I didn't stream this, I would have had no idea. That's crazy. Thank you guys. Oh, final fort bonus. What did it say? Rag. Oh, oh, there's more. Hold on. I like this Bobby Hill guy. I like him. He's funny. Do 1 fort a month. But this just like this brings up the value if you're a solo player of this game big time. Because like I said, I play this game probably 4 or 5 times, put it away, never play it again. And I feel satisfied. And I still feel the value's decent there. 10-ish dollars a playthrough for a couple hours of fun for 10 bucks. Maybe I still feel like I should pass it forward after that. And then I feel I got my value, or play it multiplayer a couple times. Even playing it multiplayer once and solo like 4 or 5 times, that's plenty of value, right? $5 a person per hour kind of thing. But yeah, you add in the stuff and you're replaying. If you keep replaying the forts till you beat them before you move on. Very clever. Very clever. That's cool. Well, we'll see how this playthrough does. If there's some interest in seeing that, let me know in the comments below. Hit the like button, helps other people find the videos. But I always go back and look, and if certain videos do well, I'll go and think of revisiting those games. more than I might if it otherwise too, right? Like, it's not that I don't want to go back and play a lot of these games, but I just have so many games I need to play that I want to experience, or I don't have any content for that I kind of want to show off or play with you guys and stuff. But yeah, I don't know how well that would do, because some campaign games, man, even though you guys say it might be fun to watch that, I don't know. I just feel like by the time we get to like episode 6 or 7 or further, like, I feel like the viewership would drop very heavily. Would I have fun doing it? Oh, hell yeah. We'll see, though. We'll see. Yeah, once a month, interesting. Once every couple weeks, maybe. Yeah, maybe. But tomorrow we're going to play a solo-only game that is a campaign, and I want to play a whole bunch of it. I'll play at least a couple episodes of that to see how it goes. I don't know if I'll play the full campaign. I've never played the game yet. And that's another Garfield Games game, Legacy of You, which is, again, this whole kind of Euro resource management kind of business. But yeah, I scheduled that for tomorrow, so join me on stream for that. I'm going to figure out the game on stream. Of course, I'll read the rules before, but you can't play it without playing the campaign. So there's no like tutorial that I can replay over and over again to learn the game. So I feel a little nervous going on stream, never playing it before. But I know you guys will help me and we'll have some fun with it. I'm sure it's not that bad. I figured out some pretty crazy Euro games only playing them one time. So I'm sure we can read the rule book and figure it out on stream together. But yeah, definitely join me tomorrow for that. We'll start a campaign of that. There are spoilers though. I don't know how big a deal anyone cares about them or not. I'm not sure, but there is a storybook here. It says right on it, don't open this until you're told to. So I think there's like lots of story spoilers, but it is fully resettable campaign game. Fits in the exact same box. So yeah. Oh, Jackpot Man says Legacy View is not as rewarding as Hadrian's Wall in regards of combos. Okay. But it's still the same idea, I mean, of just resource management. Like, spend this here to unlock this, to earn this resource, to spend this, and then the next year kind of spend this, gain this, you know, it's kind of like that idea, right? And trying to make the decisions, like you have limited resources, but where you want to spend the resources is like you're kind of gambling on certain things, hoping it pays off. Oh, Janice says easy to pick up. Okay, good. But it's going to be a weird stream, right? Like, I normally try to learn the games well enough that I can explain them and teach them somewhat in my own way, in my own language, which may or may not work for some people. But I'm going to be on there like, here's how I think it works. Let's try it out. Like, I don't know how this plays. Let's all find out together. Yeah, and it is solo only. It's a solo only campaign game. So yeah. So this game you can play multiplayer, but the campaign is solo only in Hadrian's Wall. But that game is like solo only anything. And it's only campaign. Only campaign. There is no one-off play scenario 7 all over again if you want. No, you got to play it in a campaign. It only works in campaign mode. Very crazy. I don't know if that's stupid, but it's what they did, so we'll find out. Does it hurt the game because you can only play one player? Does it hurt the game that you can only play it in campaign? Probably. It probably hurts the sales somewhat. But does it hold up? Does the story, does the campaign, does the gameplay really draw you in to play it enough? I'm going to learn that and be able to tell you later, I guess. We'll find out. But yeah. Boom. There's Hadrian's Wall. We did it. It only coughed like what, 3 times maybe? A couple nose blows. We're making it through. We're getting better. We're getting better. Thank you everyone for watching. Thanks for hanging out, of course. Thank you to everyone supporting the channel. Thanks for the super chats today. I appreciate it. Thanks for the peer pressure to allow me to find this game. Thanks for recommendations. Thanks for the super chats to help us be able to purchase this game, travel to that store, have some fun streaming. I want to do that more, but maybe I'll film from some stores because the stream quality wasn't the best. Like, it wasn't the best connection. But yeah, it was fun. But definitely a game worth it. I appreciate the recommendation. So 1 point for chat. Nice recommendation. Very, very cool game. Very, very nice rolling rate. Definitely the rolling rate for me, for sure. Won't be the last one we play on the channel. Won't be the last one. There's a couple more I want to try too before moving on. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so hit the like button, share the videos. We'll be back tomorrow, Legacy EU. We're back. Hopefully this week we can lock in. If Kyle can come and we're not sick again, we can continue our campaign of Hunters AD 2114. Also more Frosthaven campaign on the weekend. I hope we'll play more of Legacy of You. If we're having some fun, we'll play some more of that campaign as we go. Keyforge I've been playing lately, some solo Keyforge. Been having fun playing that while I was sick. So I definitely want to get back into some Keyforge. I'm going to try to play some of that solo on the channel soon, hopefully. Assuming some other giant-ass Kickstarter games don't show up. But yeah, should be some fun. Anyways, thanks all for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being awesome. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.